One? Yes, I hear you. Yes, I hear you. Okay. So 10:15, we stay at Kite Beach. Okay, start. All right, I'll inform the riders. 10:15, we're going to start at Kite Beach. Perfect. I see you.
Well, good morning, everybody. Tom Hartman, our tour manager, just getting the info in from Juan Antonio, the race director. Tom, run us through what we're going to be doing today.
Yeah, we just got the call from Juan. He's been checking several times every day if we get some waves at Ponta Preta. I've been there 6 in the morning today. He's just been there again on the pushing tide to see if anything changes. But unfortunately, it's not enough yet. So that means we're going to stay here. We're going to start in 15 minutes, the quarterfinals at Kite Beach. The top 8 men, top 8 women will battle for the semi-finals here today, and yeah, then we have another look in the afternoon, and hopefully the semis we can move it to Ponta Preta in the next days.
Yeah, well, hopefully, you know, the people have been doing that little wave dance. There is some energy on their way. Hopefully we can finish the semis and the final off in the famous Punta Preta. But as Tom just said, today we're going to be staying here at Kite Beach, and we're starting off with the quarterfinals of the men. Day 3 here in Cape Verde. What a day we have had. Highlights, definitely Charlie Martin, birthday wish, making it through to the quarterfinals. We've had Ayrton Cozzolino with one of the biggest 360s we've seen in competition. Pedro Matos has been going vertical. This is what the judges are looking for, scoring 7s every single time. Really can see the surfing side together with Sebastian Ribeiro. Definitely some favorites there.
Brothers and sisters, we are. We got heroes, blood in our veins. We got.
Then we moved over to the ladies, where we can definitely see 2 favorite girls are coming into contentions. Perry Roberts versus Ines Correia. They have been killing it out there, looking each other up. There's definitely going to be some battles on the water. And a big shout out to the local girl, Inati Fonseca. So much talent here, but hey, that is why this place is the birthplace of this discipline. So really nice to get through another round of competition of both the men's and the women's here at Kite Beach. Energy is coming. The satellites are showing some movement. We are hoping to move forward for the semi-finals and the finals in Punta Preta. We want to see those perfect waves, and that would be the way to end this contest.
Goes vertical, getting a little bit more power today. You know, you really want to be coming down the line. Very, very talented surfer. But Titi at the moment is in the lead. He's got a 2.47 and a 5.27. So obviously the local boys' experience really paying off. Here we can see Titi. He really does have the timing, gets it in that pocket. Wind's probably about 20 knots out there today, and the waves are maybe shoulder to head high on occasion. Still quite mushy cross onshore, but it has gone a little bit more onshore, and I think it would turn as the day goes through. But still, conditions are out there. Quarterfinals on the water, action-packed for today. Looks like Titi there is signaling to someone. I think maybe he's broken a fin by the looks of it. He's definitely trying to get someone to come. No, okay, he needs to get a kite change. I think he's taking the kite a little bit too small and wants to get a bigger one. Equipment is key out there. You have to have every single little thing tuned, all the gears rolling, all the pistons firing. Quarterfinals of the World Championship here. Titi Lopez in the pink. Here we can see Josh Silva, our event organizer and competitor, together there with Titi running up the beach. I think maybe they are going to be going for a bigger size kite. Pedro Matos in the green on the outside. Okay, TD looks like he just wanted to go walk up the beach upwind with the boys. That way he can get a little bit of motivation. And at the moment, Pedro Matos putting in a second score of 5.27, so equaling the best wave of TD. So anybody's game at the moment, but TD has two exact identical scores with a 5.27. Here we can see the Brazilian engaging on that first turn. Really does stay in the pocket, stays on the power section of the wave. Little bit of a check turn now, gets pulled by his kite there. Okay, he's changed it up, switched it, went switch stance, then back to backside. Can see there's a real flat in the middle part of this wave, which is what has been happening throughout the last few days here in the competition. Two solid, decent hacks there. Pedro Matos keeping himself busy, really riding this foam ball all the way to the bottom section. Now he's going to just mix it up a little bit of a cut back there. But yeah, still going to be a nice ride, nice wave there from Pedro. Titi back on the water, all the way up on the left-hand corner of the competition area. If you're just joining us, this is day 4 of the GKA Kite-Surf World Cup here in Cape Verde. First quarterfinal on the water. We are sticking to the same format. It is 100% waves. The top 2 waves are the ones that will count. Judges are looking for surfing. They're looking for power, fluidity, really hitting that section vertical. The closer you are to the critical point of the wave, the sweet spot, the more scores you're going to get. Pedro Matos from Brazil is out there against Titi Lopez from Cape Verde. Very, very close heat at the moment. They've been trading places throughout the whole heat. But at the moment, the local boy has the upper hand. He is winning by 0.48 of a point. Very, very close. 6 minutes left on the clock. Okay, TD looks like he's picked up a little roller. Nice little section there, but he's decided against it. Obviously, he knows going up against the surfer like Pedro Matos, he needs to take the set waves because he needs to get those higher scores. Good tactical ride in there from the Cape Verdean. I think Pedro was doing the same. I can't see him on our screen so far in the green lycra, but it does look like he is going all the way up to the top to try and get to that little reef that we've been talking through. He's getting some speed here. Is he going to decide to go for this one? A little bit of a foam climb here. Can see on the bottom second section of this wave, he has taken a little bit of a low line there, risking it on this one. It doesn't really look like it's jacking up, but hey, this guy knows this place way better than us. No, it is still a bit messy out there. You can see that washing machine we were talking about with Adam in the booth yesterday is all over the place. It's a little bit like a motocross course there. So yeah, that's not going to improve on his backup score. Pedro Matos back in the game. We can already see him out there. That looks like a very nice wave forming behind him. Is he going to go for this one? Pedro Matos would be riding backside on this sections. Yep, there you go. There's the turn. This means he's going to engage in this wave. Look how Pedro, he really stays with the power of the whitewater. You could pretty much take the kite away from him and still be surfing. Good time in there. Hits it not too powerful, but does hit the wave right in that spot. Braking to make sure he stays with the foam ball. Hoping that it will reform on the bottom, and then we can see Titi getting some speed behind him. And interesting to see wave for wave synchro surfing here in Cape Verde. Big turn there for Pedro Matos, allowing himself to keep the speed, not coming down completely vertical, but making sure that he can make it past that foam ball to get to that next inside section. Okay, you can the one thing I really like about the Pedro, you can really see he sticks that board vertical 90 degrees and then wraps it back around. It is so hard to do that in these small conditions. But judges will be making sure that he is doing that with power, that he isn't just planting the board up and coming down. That's one of the things that, you know, marks the difference. Very talented surfer, Pedro Matos, and I think he is going to get very close, if not go forward into first position. 3 minutes left on the clock. We can see he's got a whole crew of judges there. It is going to be a very close score. Winning by 0.06 of a point. Can it get any closer? 10.60 versus a 10.54. Hey, this is the quarterfinals of the World Championship. Every decimal counts. So now Titi Lopez knows he needs to get another wave. More than capable. He is out. He has priority. And he is in that sweet spot of the competition area. What can he do for us? He would need a 5.34 to take the lead from Pedro Matos. Oh, I can see some energy coming in the back there. Titi looks like he's seen it as well. He's tacking out. I don't think Pedro will be able to get in his way or tactical himself to be able to try and gain that priority yet. So it does look like Titi will maybe be able to have the possibility to get the set wave. He is further upwind and closer to the critical section of where those sets are coming through. Now he's just got to be talking to Mother Nature to send a set his way. 1 minute 45 left on the clock. Very, very close out there at the moment. You can see both of these riders, 0.06 of a point difference in between both of them. Insane riding. They got the waves in early, really maximizing what they could get out of the mush, because it is very onshore mushy waves out there. But still, here we can see Titi Lopez, 1 minute left on the clock, and I do see some ripples out the back there. Pedro Matos also, unusual for Mr. Matos to not be right in the impact zone when it's coming to the closer moments of the heat. He is a very tactical and strategic rider, so has left it open for Titi to have the possibility of getting another set wave without any pressure. Now he just needs to, you know, hope that Mother Nature will send one his way. Looks like he's going to decide to go in on this roller. He's still looking back. Will he engage on this wave? 30 seconds on the clock. He's got to make a decision. Deciding against it, he's going to try and go for maybe ones in the back. 30 seconds. Okay, it looks like he was going for that. Pedro Matos is keeping himself busy on the bottom section of the competition area. Titi looks like he got a decent first hack. Bit of a foam climb here. Now he's come down. Will this be able to give him enough to get the second turn? It does. Big little roundhouse there. Will the wave open up on that bottom section? Does look like it does. Again, very, very flat in there. He's pretty much just riding the ripple, but he has to do it to be able to try and get the points on that. Again, still linking turns together. Nothing too special. Just pretty much just tech turns, but he doesn't seem to be too happy about that one. Needed a 5.34, so waiting for those scores to be dropped. Yeah, TD definitely waiting for numbers to be dropped. Pedro at the moment has the lead by 0.06 of a point. Very, very close out there. Here from the Aussie. Okay, James Carew coming towards the beach. Looked like there was a nice little wave forming there for him. Yeah, it is. He's looping that kite around. See what he's got for first turn. Big foam wall ride. No, deciding to go against that one. It looked like it closed out. James putting on a nice little show here for us. He has pretty much the whole kite beach to himself. This is an usual occurrence. Big shout out to Reese. We hope he's okay. Just not feeling too well and is unable to compete here in these quarterfinals. So James Carew just having a little training session out there. Big hack. This is why he's getting those scores. Really does. You can see gets that board vertical but comes down with power. If the kite was not there, he would still be on that board. There you can see just that big push back, cut back, getting right back to the foam ball of it. He's going to go around this white water section, pumping as much as possible. Perfect laid back turn there. That is his signature move. These are why James Carew is getting the scores, and a little double hack there. Great riding here from James Carew, just, getting his hair wet, making sure that he's still in sync with the ocean, putting some numbers up. Also a good way to apply some positive pressure to the rest of the competitors and say, boys, these are my numbers. Can you beat them? Okay, I can see a couple of competitors very nervous down on the beach. 15.03 average. That is some of the best scores we've seen at the competition so far. 7.30, 7.73. Like we say, quarterfinals of the GKA Kite World Cup here in Cape Verde. Now pretty much any heat could be a final. We have the heavy hitters in the water at the moment. The Australian powerhouse James Carew proving a point here and is definitely one of the favorites to taking the crown this year in Cape Verde. Getting some nice waves out there. It's actually quite a busy competition area at the moment. There are a lot of sets coming through, so James is obviously just enjoying himself out there. Reese, unfortunately, not feeling too good. Couldn't join us for these quarterfinals. Hope for a fast recovery there from him. You can see the fishermen going out. Such a beautiful place, this island of Sal here in Cape Verde. Just the food, the people, the vibe. What a way, what a place to open the first event of the 2020 tour. Not the conditions we expected. We were hoping for firing Punta Preta, perfect hollow right-handers that we had last year. But hey, the competitors, they have to, battle it out with Mother Nature and do the goods on all different kind of conditions. That, in the end, is what is the pursuit. And that is what will form you and produce the best world champions out there. James, the duotone rider, coming back to the top section of the competition area. It's where that little reef is. You can see in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen there. He really does form some of the set waves up there. It's probably about 20 knots at the moment. It's nice, 25 degrees out here in Cape Verde. Brilliant place to be in the beautiful month of March. We are going to be here until the 6th, so we got 2 more days of action packed. Hopefully we might see what happens if we can have that energy, that swell coming and move it over to Punta Preta if it is looking good. Was a possibility of doing that today, but unfortunately the conditions weren't there. Here we have Mr. Carew. Looks like he's eyeing up a little roller on the top left-hand corner. Is he going to give us some action? He is looping that kite around. Oh, trying the backside 360 handle pass there. That's a new move. That was a really, you can see, he kept the board on his feet. He did do the little 180 and then passing the bar behind his back. Not quite getting the handle pass there, but showing that he has some new weapons in the arsenal. And those are the kind of things he's going to try and pull out in the future rounds of the competition to see if he can have a shot at winning this event, the first event of the tour. James Carew coming in 3rd position overall last year on that podium. Very, very complete rider. And obviously, there's only 2 places to improve. He can go 2nd, he can go 1st. And if I know James as well as I do, he has his eyes set on gold. Nine and a half minutes left of this heat. As we mentioned, Reese unfortunately is not feeling well, not able to compete in this semi-finals. So James Carew is just having a little free one out there, chilling, just getting loose, having a few, a little bit of a training session can do well for him and putting up the numbers. He's got a 7.73 and a 7.03. 2 solid scores that would give anybody a run for their money. James entering on a little wave on the midsection of the competition area. Oh, jacking up, nice. Big turn off the top. Oh, looks like he is trying to get those airs tapped in. So nice for him to have the possibility of training out there. If he can land some of those big airs, and we saw that, attempt to the handle pass before, those are going to be solid numbers that he could put up on the board. Looping that duotone Neo around. He's looking for a 2nd turn. Smack! Right off the top, vertical. Judges love those kind of maneuvers. He is such a powerful guy out there. Wave seems like it hasn't really reformed on the inside. A little bit of a one-hit wonder there. Okay, so coming up in the next quarterfinal of the day will be Mr. Machu Lopez versus Charlie Martin. It was Charlie's birthday yesterday, 15 years of age, and he's in a quarterfinal of a world championship. That's a birthday gift if I've ever heard it, and he is very, very stoked to be here. Great to see the youngsters coming up in the water. So much young talent coming throughout the world now, and yeah, the boys and the veterans are definitely going to have to watch out and see who is coming up through the ranks. Okay, James, he's seen another inside roller. Looks like he's going to give us another show. Like I was mentioning, looks like he's training, trying to get those backside airs locked in. Big, he's really letting that tail loose at the back. Those are scores. Good timing, letting go of the bar, looping the kite around, keeping the power, keeping the fluidity. Really nice cut back turn. That is his signature move where he just completely opens his shoulders, opens his hips, and really pulls the board around and goes back to that power section of the wave. Another wave here for him. Backside air, okay, landing it. So he's happy with that one because he's actually got the board under his feet and managed to put the score in there. If this was a heat on, it's going to be interesting to see how the judges will score that. Nice air, really landed in the pocket, came back. Probably 3 to 4 good solid turns on that one. Let's watch the numbers to be dropped. Oh, nice wave forming up here for Mr. Carew. So engaging, good amount of speed. Huge turn, vertical, right in the pocket. Again, good timing, open face hack. He keeps it, looping the kite. Look at the amount of speed he has on this one. He's going to eye up this section. Vertical board comes around, lets buckets of water loose. James really does have that powerful backside turn, just really does go up, pushes huge amount of waters away, and that is why he does get those high scores. Look at that. For that last wave where he got that backside air, wasn't as many turns as the first one, but obviously judges were rewarding it well, getting a 7.3 for that last one. So just 4 minutes and just under 4 minutes left. James Carew out there having a little bit of an exhibition run for himself. He had a 7.3 for that last wave with the air, getting the board back underneath his feet. So obviously he sees that there is scoring potential. So if he can get one of those bigger waves that he had in the beginning and end it up with those air situations, he could probably go into the 9-point averages. So good to have this little training session. Unfortunately, Reese was not able to go out on the water, not feeling too well, so fast recovery there for Reese. Our thoughts out with him. At the moment, just coming up on 3 minutes, James Carew looping into yet another wave here. Looks like the period and the sets are closer and closer between, so hopefully we're going to have some action-packed heats coming up next. We are going to be having on the water Machu Lopez versus Charlie Martin. Okay, so that is the end of the exhibition we've had here from Mr. Carew, the Australian powerhouse rider we have here. Very, very technical moves. He has got a 15.03 total. Those are big numbers no matter what heat you're in. Going to be happy with that. Definitely looks like he's on full form and is one of the favorites for this event. There's the beautiful kite beach that we have here. Sun is shining, about 25 degrees in the island of Sal, one of the most consistent wind places in the world. So yeah, really good to be down here. They have pretty much a 10-month season, and you can just come down here with your board shorts, set up in Joe and Mito's school, grab all the new F1 gear, get yourself out on the water, cold beach beer to finish it off, nice little pizza, and home. Okay, so on the water we have Matthew Lopez and Charlie Martin, and coming into the booth I have the man himself, Mitu Monteiro. Mitu, good morning. Thanks for coming in with us.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. You know, like just to be there in house, watching us. So it's so nice, you know, like to be here and check all these guys, you know, like share this passion on the water. Unfortunately, in the Punta Preta was a bit flat, but this morning already there is something, you know, maybe on the next day we're gonna have something down there. But you know, like on the Kite Beach, there is some great condition as well, you know. So we are a professional, so this is good, you know, because you can see these guys what it put on this condition. So it's so nice.
Yeah, hopefully we will be able to go through to that Punta Preta. We just have Matthew and Charlie on the water. But before we start off with this heat, we got the Australian destroyer, James Carew, there in the booth with Gemma.
Thank you very much, Joe. Yep, I'm here with James. James, that looked like a tough heat. Congratulations. Did you have some fun riding out there at least?
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. Good to be out there. I mean, whether he's there or not, I'm still going to compete in my heat. So
Yeah.
good to be in the water, feel the comp out, and starting to feel good now.
So you're riding really well. Have you changed anything in your training and your routine? What's going on? What's new for this season?
I'm a lot more focused this season. I know my goals. I know what I want to reach. So really striving to get those and get everything I want.
Well, what are they? You're going to share them with us?
You'll find out.
Fair enough, fair enough. Good on you. Congratulations for at least showing up for the heat, even though poor Reese is unwell. Have you seen him today?
No, I haven't seen him, but I hope he's doing okay.
Yeah. Sending you a message, Reese. Hope you get better soon. It's pretty unfortunate to be able to miss that, but good luck and see you in the semis.
See you there.
Thank you, James. Congrats. Back to you guys, Joe.
Yeah, congratulations there, James. As we said, a big shout out to Reese. Unfortunately, he is not feeling too well and had to eliminate himself from the competition. Hopefully, we wish him a fast recovery. But me too. Let's talk about this young 15-year-old. Yesterday was his birthday, and for his birthday gift, he made it to the quarterfinals. Incredible.
This is so nice, you know. I'm so stoked for him because I saw already him in more issues and also some videos. This boy have really good potential, you know. And you can see like what he show here on the water, and also with the freestyle trappers, he's so good as well. And it's so nice to see all these young people just come on the tour and do some nice show, you know. Now I know we're gonna have a really hard heat on the water because much is local, and you know his spot, you know, really well. But yeah, you never need to relax because you can have some surprise from this boy, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he is such a shy kid. You know, when he's on the shore, one of the things we're saying, he's super quiet. He's to himself. He's not too engaged. But when he gets on the water, he has a microphone and a speaker set bigger than some of the guys in Brazil.
It's true, yeah. Because sometimes, you know, I just try to talk with him, and you can see like really shy, you know. But on the water, I think it's his world, you know. So he just forget everything. He just go there and, you know, like he's break everything. You know, you can see some snap, you know, some really big snap, and the style as well. You know, I have some really good style. And I saw him riding also on freestyle strapless, you know. So is really good rider, you know. So I'm really, you know, like want to see him what he gonna do in the tour this year.
Yeah, and especially, I mean, you know, if you are saying that he's good at freestyle strapless, I'm sure he has some talent underneath himself. And let's not forget, 15 years of age, he has such a long career in front of him. And, you know, I was talking to his father the other day. They're super down to earth, super cool family, really, you know, keeping it together. And yeah, great to see the young blood and the new generations coming up throughout the discipline. On the water at the moment, we have Matthew Lopez as well. He is obviously has been a world champion himself. He's been out with injury throughout the last season. One of the things we always say about Matthew is he is a psychological rider. If he's happy and if he's smiling, he performs. If his head is somewhere else, he completely cuts himself out. So I think I can see him smiling. I can see him hungry. But hey, he is in his hometown.
Yeah, of course, you know, like Machu, you can see is really like, I saw like when you come to the tour this year, I have a lot of focus, you know, like you can see like really relaxed, you know, and it's really concentrate, you know, because he just stopped for 1 year, and I think what you want to do is just, you know, like to won this event and to won some other one, but you can see like the way he training, you know, like what when you're on the beach, when you prepare his gear, you know, like when he talk with you. And it's really focused this year, you know. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen with him this year, because he can go so far. But you can see also Charlie, like in the other way, he do some really nice snap, you know. So, you know, like much you don't need to relax, because Charlie, I think, is this kid. You can have some really surprise, you know. So need to be careful.
Hey, I mean, kids do surprise you. It's really good to see Charlie. And like you say, I really like his surf style. He really does, you know, lets that tail loose and completely gets that picture frame moment where he's completely sideways with the board. And yeah, Matthew definitely cannot relax himself out there. Matthew's surfing well, but, you know, conditions are hard. And me too, one of the things we've been saying throughout the stream is that when conditions are like this and in this kind of location, selection and timing is key.
Because this spot is side on onshore condition, you know, but we have also like the north swell coming. So sometime in I don't know, like 10 minutes, you have a set coming. So if you choose the best one, of course you're gonna have the best. There is sometime some you know, like some wave just coming, but it's not the best one, you know. So the wave selection is really important. Because if you don't choose the right wave, so you know, you cannot do your best on the wave and you're gonna miss.
Yeah, you do have to, like you're saying, you really do have to make sure that you can try and get everything together to make all of the turns and all of the, you know, maximize the possibility out there. Waves are hard. That's that turn I'm talking about from this young kid. He really does let that tail loose. And he has, one of the things we've been seeing with him also, he has a lot of surfing knowledge.
Yeah, I don't know if he's a surfer, you know. I never saw him surfing, but you know, like he have the surf line, you know. So it's really good because you can see where he put the board, you know, like the bottom turn, the timing he have with the kite and with the board. So it's so nice, you know. You can see this kid have a lot of style, you know. And yeah, I hope you know, like I want to see him again on the other spot, you know. This I think gonna be really nice. But you can see Machu also on this wave, you know, like. This was really nice wave. You can see like this is what we're talking about before. You know, the wave selection is really important because if you have the right wave, you know, open a lot, you can do a lot of tricks, and of course you can put a high score on this. But you can see Charlie as well, like on the back, and he's not relaxed. You know, this kid man is on fire. But this is cool.
Yeah, it is really cool to see just both of these guys. There's a little bit of synchronized surfing out there, top of the back. Really nice there, 360 to end it off there by Matthew, letting go of the bar and unwrapping himself as well. But Charlie answering back. Matthew look back there, and I think Matthew's going, okay, I'm gonna have to be careful with this kid. And at such a young age, to see former world champion perform a move and then go, you know what, I'm going to equal it, or I'm going to say better it there, just already shows the competition knowledge and the fire this youngster has in him. So yeah, really good to see him getting into it and just pushing hard here in the competition.
Of course, man. This kid, he have nothing to lose, you know. So Machu, okay, was already one world champion one time, you know. And I know this kid want to go so far, you know. But you can see like behind him, he make like kind of like a, we can say like small air 360, but he's on fire. This kid, man, it's so nice. And you can see Machu. Just look at him, you know. And I know Machu, he say like, I need to be careful because one mistake, you know, so I can have a problem.
Yeah, we can see just looking, let's get a little bit in depth of the scores here, me too. So it looks like, there you go, 4.97 for that last wave from Charlie. Had one medium turn, but then had that really good move at the end. So obviously the judges very, very highly rewarding the technicality of that one maneuver. If he's able to join that together with one of the bigger set waves, we'd be more in the 7 to 8 range. Machu there also, he had that one at the end, had a couple of solid turns. One of the fun things I really like about Machu is how he completely open arcs himself and lets a lot of water loose. But today in the skippers meeting, judges were saying that it isn't all about the amount of water, because sometimes that can trick you, and it looks like it's a huge turn. It really is about painting that picture, doing the bottom turn, starting from the beginning all the way through, and kind of like, I guess if we were talking about golf, having a really nice swing and making it all the way to the end.
Yeah, it's like surfing, you know, like you can see the turns. And also if you see matching, like when you're riding, you know, like there are some really nice bottom turn and you go in the pocket, you know, like with a lot of power and flow. So I think for the judges, this is really important. You know, you should be like really natural. And you can see like Machu, you have some really high score down there. But yeah, I think this is what the judges is looking for, and it's not so easy on this condition, you know, because you need to put a lot of your performance on, you know, because if you don't do this, man, forget, you're gonna stay on the beach.
Absolutely, you do have to, you know, make sure that you put the numbers up there if you want to continue yourself out on the water. Me too. Let's talk a little bit about Kite Beach. You have your school here together with Joe. One of the things we've been, like I've been here, I think this is my 4th year. One of the things I really like is that you can turn up in your board shorts and you guys do the rest. It really is. You guys have all the new F1 gear. You have the cold beer. You have the great food. And the music and the vibe on the beach is unique. How, you know, to achieve that and to have that in a place like your hometown must have been some hard work, eh?
Yeah, of course, you know, because, you know, like we travel a lot, you know, so we try just, you know, when you travel, you just see something new. We just try to do the best, you know, to have everything here, you know, like we have a kids park, because we have a lot of parents just come here, you know, like you can leave the kids in the park, then the wife can be on the beach, you know, relax, and the father can go kiting, or he can go both kite together. Wow, this was really nice for Machu. And yeah, we try everything to be perfect, you know, like this year we are 100% ecologic energy. So yeah, so this is so nice, you know, because, you know, like you can see the people come here and they have a lot of fun. And also, you know, like there is no wave in Punta Preta, but we are here. So the island is so small, in 5 minutes you can go to one side to the other one, you know. So on this spot, it's good for freestyle strapless, wave, you know. We have a lot great condition, you know. Wow, this wave from Machu was really nice. You know, ripping on this one. I think I have some really nice score here. And it goes really deep. I think this was so nice, huh?
Yeah, that was definitely a very nice complete ride there. Yeah, and like you say, being here at Kite Beach, we have all the different options open, and you know, like for learning strapless freestyle and waves, perfect location out in front. So hey, if you want a holiday, 10-month season throughout the whole year, Cape Verde, I think it's probably about 10 degrees in Europe, and we're down here with 25 degrees. So guys, book a ticket. Girls, book the ticket as well, and get yourself down to the island of Sauhin, Cape Verde. Day number 4 on the water. We have the second quarterfinals of the day. On your water right now, 15 years of age, Charlie Martin, Air 180. Okay, let's keep an eye on this wave. This kid has so much talent to land that backwards on the foam ball. Again, just showing the different varieties and the different skill sets that he has. When he starts to link these different maneuvers together in one wave, this kid's going to go far.
Of course, you know, I think he just missed some experience on the competition, you know, but man, when I started kiting, I was 17 years old, you know, so this kid have a lot time, you know, so I think he can go really, really far, you know, because already 2 years I look at him, you know, and what he posts, and he have a really good potential, you know, so, you know, I really want to see what he's going to do on the next days. And it was so fun, you know, because everyone just training for Punta Preta, someone training freestyle, because then when you see the forecast was not good for Punta Preta, just training freestyle. And then you can see there is some really nice wave, you know, and this is what we're talking about, you know. So if you are on the tour, you need to be professional. So you need to be good in everything, you know. You need to be good in onshore, offshore, freestyle, trapeze, everything, you know. So if you want to be the world champion, so, you know, like, this is part of be professional, you know.
Yeah, you got to complete that full circle, be the champion on and off the water. And I think one of the things that is really nice as well with a lot of the riders is that ambassador feeling. You know, in the end, we are fortunate enough to be able to come to different locations and, you know, introduce the sport. Always when we come here to Cape Verde, you guys take us down to the local school to try and, you know, help out, to try and get more people involved. I know you guys do free kite lessons as well to try and get them back in. And this is why the guy on the water, 15 years of age, we want to see those youngsters coming in. The next generation, given the totem pole down, passing the knowledge and the experience so that, you know, the sport continues. And, well, if he stands up from this, what? You have got to be kidding me. Lands completely on the nose of his board, fins out. Okay, not the cleanest of landings, but here, cat-like reflexes here from the young kid from the reunion.
Man, it's so nice to see this thing here. But, you know, like, this kid, I think he's going to go so far, you know. Because, you know, like, you see just Trick, what he do. We're going to see what the judge are going to, which score are going to put. The wave was not so weak, but was so nice, this, you know, like, this trick, you know. And yeah, this is what we say. Maybe, you know, like, maybe we're gonna have some condition at Punta Preta. Maybe the final gonna be there, you know. So this is gonna be nice, because if there is on this condition, you're gonna start with onshore left side, and then you're gonna change to the right side, you know. So this you're gonna see like the potential all of the rider, you know, because many ride is good on the right, the other one not on the left, you know. So this is cool, man.
Yeah, it's cool, and it kind of comes back to that overall impression and that complete rider. You got to be good at everything if you want to have that title. And this kid, 10.37 average. We've had heats earlier today with big names that didn't get that score. So that just shows where this youngster is out. And Machu putting on a very good performance, 3 waves, keeping it cool, showing his competition experience there, really picking off the good ones. But yeah, I mean, only 15 years of age, there is a lot of time for this kid to develop. I'm sure a lot of the brands are going to be looking at this stream and, you know, having a few ideas for him. So yeah, he has so much support from Reunion, but just look at the style. He really hacks it around, loops the kite. Just unfortunately there got a little bit caught up. But yeah, as soon as he starts bringing the stuff together, he is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Beautiful little smash there from Machu. I really like how he just lets that tail loose, but it looks completely out of control, but it is fully in control. Just such a technical rider. But hey, he is one of your Cape Verdeans. You boys pretty much have the strapless in your blood. So much talent over here, and by the looks of it, being down here on the beach and seeing some of the young locals, there's going to be some big names coming up. Let's talk a little bit about the girls also, Mitu. Inati yesterday, really impressing us, getting through to the future rounds. The girl can rip.
Yeah, of course, and she, you know, like, she don't have a really a lot of time kiting, you know, but man, she's on fire. And sometimes I'm here in the water, just, you know, try to motivate her, because she have really good potential, you know. Also in strapless, she started to do some jump, you know, and I hope he can just, you know, like, do all the other events, because I think it's gonna be really nice. And now we're gonna have also Sebastian with Ayrton, so I think this is gonna be really nice after this hit, you know. And also, you know, like, if you see Charlie, I think he used one prototype board, and I think it's not really like the best one. It's not really good board, but with this board you can see what you do. You know, imagine like you have a really good one, man. This kit, you know, if you put everything together, you're gonna snap.
He is definitely going to snap, and he is putting the deeds in. He is getting the moves down there. You can see Machu Lopez congratulating him. Obviously, you know, for the I'm not going to say older, but for the next generation, which would be Matthew, and the new generation, that would be that kid. I think, it would bring out a smile in there, Matthew. Just congratulating the youngster. Absolutely brilliant. There you go. This is what we want to see. And, it's incredible. And this is the tribal and the feeling that I think, the water sports in general has. And, great to see out on the water. Like you said, coming up next is one of the big heats. These two, when they go up against each other, there's fire to say the least in between them. Sebastian Ribeiro from Brazil, he's one of our pure surfers on the tour. He really only kind of turns up in the Cape Verdean and Mauritius events. He is, fully dedicated to the waves. And then our current world champion, Ayrton Cozzolino. Wow. I mean, both of these boys are hungry. Ayrton's on home turf. Sebastian is always happy to try and give the people a run for their money. Backside versus front side, going to be a good heat.
This for sure, man. Everyone, you can just sit down because you're going to have some really nice show down there. And Ayrton, you never know what you're going to do. But Sebastian as well have a lot of experience, he's a pure surfer. I think, we're gonna have some really nice show, and also like what you say, you can see Machu when you just go close to Charlie, just say hello, congratulations. This is so nice because also yesterday, I don't know if you remember, just see Luis Arsenio put his kite in the water, and Arsenio was in the in the first place, but then Luis go there, help him, so this is so nice, to see on the tour because the vibe is really important, so I think the important, okay, we are professional, we go there to compete, but then, we need to keep this lifestyle and also this vibe, because this is really important for us, I still compete for this reason, because if not, I was not on the tour, so this is the thing, motivate me to be on the tour, be there with all the guys because we feel like a family, and this is so nice, man.
Yeah, I mean, that is why we're here, and it is just so great to see that being portrayed out here on the beach. Okay, so that was the buzzer, meaning we are definitely in for 16 and a half minutes of action. Ayrton Cozzolino, current world champion on the water, and he is up against the Brazilian Sebastian Ribeiro. Ayrton starting off the heat with a nice, easy one. We actually saw Ayrton yesterday. He was wiping out a little bit more than usual, but he said that he was out there testing a few boards, trying to see what worked. Changed himself, if my memory serves me well, over to the 5.8 from a 5.7. Every little thing helps. You really got to tune into the equipment, part of the general aspects of it. And he's up against Sebastian Ribeiro from Brazil. Both of these guys can throw down 10s left, right, and center. Who will prevail? We will find out soon.
Yeah, of course, John. You can see, like we say before, everyone just was, training for Punta Preta, and I think nobody think about to have this kind of condition, because, you need to be really, like professional. You need to be really professional to serve this condition because, there you're gonna put your skill and, to show your skill because you can see the wave, the choose of the wave. Sometimes the wave is bigger on one side and it's small on the other side. And then sometimes the wave then doesn't connect, you choose one wave, maybe the second one is much better. So there is many stuff, down there, so, you can see, I see Sebastian yesterday just surfing and he put a little bit like a surf style in the, on his hit, and he have some really good one, you can see like right now, he just slow down the speed and you wait for the potential of the wave. So this is really important because you need to know all these things,
Yeah, Sebastian really pulling off this wave. Let's just wait and watch it to the end. Two good turns, like you say, slowing down, utilizing the power of the wave, not substituting it by the kite. So yeah, the Brazilian really surfing very, very well at the moment. That's a nice fin. Oh, just losing the fins now. So we are going to go down to the beach. Gemma, you have the winner of that heat. Max, please give us an interview. Matthew is just there for images.
So I not only have Matu, but I also have Max. How lucky are we right here? All right, Matu, that was an awesome heat. You were up with some Tough up-and-coming talent there with Charlie, 15-year-old Charlie. What do you think about the new talent, about his riding and other people who are starting at a young age?
Well, he's got really good skills. He's very young, 15 years old. Everybody was super surprised about his riding. He's not scared. He's putting on all in and not giving up. I had to go solid and stay next to him, try to choose good wave. I put a little bit of pressure, but I didn't disturb him or stay too close. But I feel the pressure. I see this guy on the future killing it, so start to be next to him, keep him on the eye, and yeah, I'm stoked. Made my hit. I got a couple good waves. Actually, I think the best wave I got so far, and I'm stoked. I'm really keen for the next one.
Matthew, for you, what is the very best part of being on the World Tour? What's the highlight?
You know what I was thinking in the past months. This is all I want to. I really want to compete. He wants to leave. I really want to compete. I think I belong to this tour. I have the energy. I have the skills. I want to travel the world. I want to compete against the best. And yeah, really, this is what I think I want to do. So far, I have the energy. I have the skills. I want to travel, as I said, and yeah, I want to go, want to do it, I want to live it.
All right. Let's do it then, all in, through to the semifinals. We'll see you hopefully back in action tomorrow. Get some rest.
Stoke.
Thank you, Matthew. Back to you guys, Joe and Mitu. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Gemma. Congratulations, Matthew. Yeah, and congratulations, Max. We can see the training there from his dog has really paid off. He is making his way through to the semi-finals. On the water right now, we have Sebastian Ribeiro and Ayrton Cozzolino. Both of these boys throwing down. The higher score is with Sebastian. He has a 6.17, but very, very close. Ayrton is a little bit more consistent. He's got a 5.9 and a 5.23. Ayrton going to drop in on yet another wave. Let's see what he's got for us.
Yeah, it's so nice to see these guys there, you know, like now you can see there is less set. But for this reason, you need to be patient, you know, wait for the best one, you know, because if you just take the small one and then when you finish your wave, you just look at back and then you have this nice set coming. So this is part of the game, you know, so you need to be really patient, you know, like surfing is like that, you know, you need to wait always for the best one because it's just 2 wave count, you know, so if you try to have like this big score in the 2 waves, so for sure you're going to pass your hit, you know, so this is part, you know.
It definitely is. You can see Ayrton really going all the way down the line with that one. It didn't really form up for him. It seemed like he was really having to push the kite. One of the things, Mitu, that we've been seeing is that with these cross onshore and onshore conditions, what the guys and girls are doing is they're looping the kite a lot. We've had some comments on the stream asking why the riders are looping the kite, because sometimes you can see they're looping the kite, doing the turn, spinning the bar, looking at the beach, saying hi, so many different things going on. Is there a reason for that in these kind of conditions?
Yeah, normally in this kind of condition, you know, if you don't loop the kite, so you're going to put your kite in the water. So, I mean, when you do your bottom turn, you go into the line, so the line going to lose its power. So, if you don't do your loop, so then you're going to have your kite in the water, so I mean, then it's finished, you know. So, for this reason, you're going to loop the kite. Like last year, you can see in Punta Preta with the offshore wind, so you don't need to move your kite, just keep your kite there, and you can still surfing. But on this condition, for this is really technical, you know, because you can be a really good surfer, but if you don't have a good control with the kite, forget. So you cannot go so far. So you need to put all these things together, like height movement, your surf line, you know. So all these you need to put together to, you know, do some really high scores.
Okay, so this is where we say I learn a new thing every single day. So we're waiting for some numbers to be dropped. Sebastian Ribeiro for that last wave had a 5.9. It is decimals in between these two. He is winning by 0.57 of a point. But I'm going to go as far as saying it looks like maybe Ayrton could get it back. It is equal. So at the moment, it is completely equal. Both of these guys have exactly the same scores. This is insane. They have exactly the same score, so just waiting to see. Could be some adjustments here. We were waiting to see. There was one more judge to drop a number. So what is happening? We have a 5.87 there from Ayrton, a 5.80 there from Sebastian Ribeiro. So at the moment, 11.77 versus an 11.70. Obviously, it looks like they were so close in between them. Both waves were very, very similar. So I presume our head judge is saying, guys, make sure take your time, have a double look at everything, make sure the scores are right, and we can see just a small adjustment was made there, and Sebastian Ribeiro is in the lead, 11.93. So really good to see the judges taking their time and really go into the scale. Every little decimal in this heat is going to make a difference.
Yeah, of course, because this heat, like I don't want to be like judges, because it's gonna be so hard, because this guy have some really good potential and a lot different style, so there is many stuff, and it's hard, and but you can see like Sebastian, like he choose some really nice wave. Ayrton also is down there, Ayrton is local, really well this spot, so but sometimes you need to be lucky as well, because if you don't find the right wave, so, you have no potential, so you cannot do your best, so this heat, I think, going to be really, really, really nice one, just sit down, guys, and have fun.
Yeah, sit down or stand on the edge of your seat, because 11.93 and 11.80 on the water, both of these guys throwing down.
I can see now, like, you just wait for the set, because this is really important to wait for the best one, Ayrton is already in one wave, Sebastian already in the behind, just waiting. This one is nice wave. Yeah, nice snap for Ayrton. I think this wave is gonna connect. We're gonna see. Yeah, this is what nice. This is important, like the wave selection, like what we say before, because if you have some really nice wave, open a lot, so you can do a lot of tricks on this wave, so you're gonna have for sure like high score.
Yeah, I think, like you say, we will definitely have a high score coming in very soon. Looking like a nice big powerhouse turn. Perfect timing there from Ayrton. He obviously knows he's in a tricky situation. He is up against a very tough competitor. He knows Sebastian is always a force to be reckoned with. And let's see what comes from that last wave. I'm looking at some big numbers about to be dropped, me too.
Yeah, of course, like in the water, for this reason you need to be always like careful, because you never know what other rider gonna do, so, and like Ayrton, it's always like there is something new come, so you put a lot of power, like he's good surfer as well, good stand up as well, so like wow, we have some 8.0 from Ayrton, so this is really high score. Like the last wave was really good one, so for sure you're gonna have some high score down there.
Yeah, he got a very nice number on that one. Great ride in there from Mr. Cozzolino. He has his home crowd behind him. We can see Josh Silver running up the beach with him there. His coach also, he had a coach for the last few events, and he's going to be with him together this full season. It looks like that's happening a lot with a lot of the competitors. Helps you get your stuff ready so he can concentrate solely on the competition. Sebastian Ribeiro out there. He's in the right position. To be honest, when it comes to a heat like this, it really is A, who gets the better wave, and B, who can hold the pressure and perform on the ones that come through, because both of these guys are absolute huge talents. So 13.90 for Ayrton Cozzolino and an 11.93 there for Sebastian Ribeiro. Very, very close in between them. Sebastian would need a 7.78 versus Ayrton Cozzolino in the lead by a 1.97. Great to see all the live score on the screen here. We have a new system this year where it just gives us all different types of information, keeping us up to date, knowing exactly what, where, when, and how is happening down here. First event of the 2020 season, Cape Verde, GKA Kite-Surf World Tour. In the booth here with Mito Monteiro, Sebastian Ribeiro looks like he's dropping in on a wave, just kind of looking for, he knows he needs to get those big ones, because a 7.78 is one hell of a score.
Yeah, this is really high score, you know. So for sure, Sebastian need to be patient. Just wait for the best one because there is still have 4 minutes, you know. So you have time to choose the best one. But you can see Ayrton is already in the second wave, you know, like wow, this boy man have really good potential. But yeah, this is like, you know, it's tricky. Sebastian, you know, like he needs a high score, so you're gonna wait for the best wave, you know, to put himself in the best position.
Yeah, and Ayrton also knows he has to keep busy. He needs to try and stay close to the top where that little reef is on the top left-hand section of the competition area, because in the end this is going to be a fight for the last set. Because let's look at the scores here. Ayrton has an 8 and then a 5, so he's obviously going to look to improve over that 5, and Sebastian has a 6 and a 5. So he needs a high 7, so he needs to almost equal the best wave by Ayrton. And if Ayrton can improve on his backup score, he's going to make it even harder for Sebastian. Sebastian in quite a hard position at the minute, but hey, if anybody can pull off big numbers, it is the Brazilian. Very talented surfer, very good at selecting the wave. These are the moments where critical positioning, patience, be water, my friend, as Bruce Lee would say. These are the kind of things that, you know, separate the champions from the warriors. Let's see who comes out on top on this heat.
Of course, you can see like Sebastian just look on his watch, look for how much time he have, and he just wait, you know, he wait for the best one, because he know he need a high score down there. So he just gonna wait till find like the right wave, you know, and put the high score down there. But yeah, many stuff can happen, you know. So still have like 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So yeah, we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
I think Ayrton also could maybe do a little bit different strategy as well, because in the end, a 5.9, you can get a higher score on one of those medium waves. So if Ayrton got something in the 6 to 7 range, he would make it that Sebastian would probably have to get a 9 to go past. So will Ayrton wait to try and get a set wave? Will he take off on an inside roller? Different strategies. I don't know. If it was me, I'd probably stick close to Sebastian and make sure that he feels the pressure and see if he can grab up on one of those waves. But it's been a couple, at least 2 to 3 minutes that we haven't had a set. We've been timing it about 6 minutes in between the waves. It's definitely going to be enough time to have one more decent sized set come through. Sebastian looping in. Okay, going for this wave. 7.7 is what he needs. Good starter off the top, re-entry off the lip, a little bit of a foam ride. These are these 2 check turns, just, you know, coming back, a little bit of a cutback. Now he's going to stay close to this foam ball to see if this wave reopens and hollows up down in the middle section of the competition area. Check turn number 1, maybe one more check turn, and then he will have that higher section really flattened out. Jacks up again, that's just another check turn. Better cut back to the white water. Now this is where the wave starts to jack up. We're going to have to see a couple of big turns if he wants to turn this into 7 point something. Great turn there from the Brazilian. Hard one there, not as big as the ones before. Going to be hard to get a 7 point something out of that one. Still, we did miss a couple of turns. Let's see what's coming in. Ayrton Cozzolino up on the top left-hand corner of the competition area. And yeah, it does look like he is going to take off on another wave. Yeah, very, very hard moments of the heat. 30 seconds left.
Yeah, you can see also Ayrton, you know, just waiting also for the set, you know. I think he know the score already is in the front, so you're gonna be patient, just wait for the best wave. But you know, with Ayrton, you never know what you have in the mind. You can see like, look, this is a really nice wave, and you go for it, and this is perfect, yeah, because it's already 10 seconds, yeah. And this, you know, like is what we talk about, you know. So you know, you need to be really patient, wait, you know, for the best wave.
Very good wave here for Ayrton Cozzolino. Like we say, he has a backup score of 5.90, so looking to increase over that. Sebastian Ribeiro did not get that 7.78 that he needed, so Ayrton is actually going to go through. So that is going to be official. Ayrton Cozzolino has taken the win, but he's on a last very nice set wave, trying to increase his overall score to gain the lead even more. Great riding here from the Cape Verdean. That is going to be a very big heat, a very big win for him, because Sebastian Ribeiro was definitely one of the favorites. Congratulations there to Mr. Cozzolino, and great riding there from Sebastian. Just unfortunately that wave didn't jack up as much as he wanted to. Even so, with those turns he did, he got that 5.10. So yeah, a big shout out and felicidades to Ayrton Cozzolino, making it through to the semi-finals. Great to see Ayrton taking the lead there. As we just mentioned, he got a very big total. He got a 15.37. James Carew, Machu Lopez, Ayrton Cozzolino, all in the 15-point averages. So it is very close in between all of these riders. We are going to be seeing some good heats in the coming days. Mitu, great to have you in the booth. I think we just saw one of the most decisive heats on the water. Look forward to seeing you out there. Few words to the public, just a kind of overview of how it feels that your compadre Ayrton Cozzolino going through to the semis.
Yeah, just thank you everyone, just to be here and watch us, so it's so cool, like Ayrton last year we did the final together, so for me it was a dream. And yeah, this year is still there, I don't know, maybe we're gonna have Ayrton Machu, so we're gonna see, because this rider, everyone have a really good potential. Like James is there also in fire, so many stuff can happen. But I'm so stoked for them, so I just say like good luck everyone, so do the best on the water, and I want to see a show.
We definitely want to see a show, and we want to see you back on the water giving us a show as well. Me too. I wish you a fast recovery. We look forward to seeing you in Dakar in the next event in May. I know you're going to come bigger and better than before. And yeah, a big shout out to you here. Great to be in your home country. Looking forward to seeing you back. See you soon here on the stream. Back on the water, we are with Ines and Katerina Edding. Okay, before we get going, we are going to go down to the beach as we have Ayrton Cozzolino is on the booth with Gemma.
Ayrton, you just knocked out some tough competition in that heat there. How did it go for you?
Yeah, I think I'm increasing a little bit, every day I go a little better scores, Now me to make some jokes. Yeah, it's fun, I had so much fun with Sebastian. I mean, he's a teammate, he's a tough rider, Always cool to be with him. It's always pressure, as we talked about yesterday. But feels good, Today the waves was a little better, and I was like, oh, please, mom, make me some luck to bring me. Like,
tell me about your wave selection, because you seem to select really well without too much pressure.
Yeah, I mean, I was like trying to be calm, as my coach say, like, you be passionate. I mean, I always. Here in Cadiz is always a better wave down there. You just have to be patient and wait for it. So I just wait, and I think I get score of the day.
It worked. Congratulations. Are you stoked about going through to the semifinals?
Yeah, I mean, super stoked. I mean, I'm gonna do all my best to go ahead. I mean, my goal this year is to win the event. Last year I did second with Mitu. With me, Mitu is a tough rider too. I'm so sad for him. He's gonna get injured this year. So I wish him a speedy recovery. And yeah, maybe in the Morocco we're gonna be in the water again with him.
So.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you very much, Ayrton. Good luck. Get some rest. We'll see you in the semifinals.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Back to you, Joe. Gracias.
Congratulations, Mr. Cozzolino. Great to see you killing it out there. Amazing riding. And like Gemma said, really good wave selection. We've been saying it throughout the whole stream. Selection is key. Timing. That is why he is our current world champion. So going through to the semi-finals. In the water now, we have the ladies. We have Ines Correia and we have Katerina Edman. Both of these girls are very, very talented surfers. Ines coming from Portugal, but she is a local down here in Cape Verde. Very, very powerful. One of the favorites for this event. Katerina, she has been hanging out in Indo. We've seen her in Cape Town. Surfing very well. There you go. Just showing us a little bit of that so far. Both of the girls on the water. Let's see who can prevail and make their way through to the next round. Okay, Ines Correia on a wave. Nice bottom turn. She already got a couple of hacks in there. Let's see what she can make of this little inside roller. Good selection. As we said, she is one of the locals from here, so knows this wave very well. Really love how she just powers through that top turn. Really does push out the fins. Judges have been loving her rise, but hey, Kata already got a 4.0 on the board. She means business. Katerina coming in as well, also going down the line, trying to get a little bit further up to that top section of the competition area. Really good riding from her so far. She is in the lead with that 4.0. Great to see her performing. This is getting to the harder rounds of the competition. Couple of favorites. We have Perry Roberts, we have Kata, we have Ines. This is when the champions start to join, and who will get that throne and call themselves Queen of Cape Verde. Ines on yet another wave, keeping herself very busy. Nice. It looks like it's opening up for her. Good timing there. Can she get a little bit of a mid-face turn? Letting the tail loose, but that is not what we want to see. So Kata coming down one more time. Both of these girls, duotone riders. Good bottom turn there and off the top, letting it loose. Just still quite a flat wave, but yeah, Kata really showing some power. Big spin off of that one there. Not too sure how the judges are going to score it because it was on the flatter section, but good riding there from her. Oh, looks like a nice score is going to be dropping here for Katerina. That was a good wave. As I mentioned, she really did make the most. It was quite flat, but able to get those turns in. Here we have Ines. Looks like she's got a nice roller. Can she time that right? Oh, powerful turn, but just losing that backside edge. Did look like she didn't have enough speed to be able to push through that. So far, we have Katerina 5.13, 9.13. Wow, she is on fire, taking the lead in this heat. So at the moment, two waves for each. We have Katerina a 4 and a 5.13, and Ines Correia has a 4 and a pretty much a miss on that second one. Early days in the heat, 10.5 minutes to go. Both of these girls, duotone rider we have in the back with the red kite, green lycra from Sweden, Katerina Edman, and in the front with the pink lycra, we have Ines Correia. Two very powerful ladies out on the water. We are getting to the more advanced heats here in the competition. Going to be running this round here today, then waiting to see what happens. We have some energy. There are some swells that looks like hopefully we'll be hitting Punta Preta and we will be able to finish this event at that beautiful peeling right-hander. Please, everybody that's listening to the screen, cross your fingers, cross your legs, cross whatever you have, and let's hope we can get those swells coming our way. Katerina entering on another wave. She's got some good timing. Is taking off on the smaller ones, but they are kind of peeling down the reef nicely. Fortunately, it looks like this one didn't quite do that, so she's going to try and keep position and stay on that top left-hand corner of the competition box. 'Ines deciding also to take off on an inside one. It looks like the smaller waves are the choice of the moment as the sets aren't coming through. So a bit of a check turn there for Ines. Can she get a little bit of a foam round? Okay, whacking it off considering how smaller it is. Good to get that power. She needs to get something in the 5 vicinity if she wants to give her Katerina a run for a moment, money at the moment. So we have 5.63 is what she needs to lead. Big hack on the inside. That really did jack up nicely. See what she can do as a finisher. Oh, losing that front foot, unfortunately. Can see she's not happy about that. And Katerina answering back. Again, pushing that tail out in that midsection. Will she go down to the end? She did hit it kind of right on that sweet spot. And also having a similar problem there as Ines, just losing the feet underneath on that whitewater. .13 versus a 4.0 for both of these girls. Katerina is in the lead at the moment. Ines Correia trailing behind, but getting very close now. 8.47 total. Very nice second wave there from Ines. Let's see what happens. 7.5 minutes left in this heat. Just getting past the meridian at the moment. You can just see coming into my window, Mr. Machu Lopez, watching the girls out. Machu, what do you think of the girls out there? They're ripping, eh?
Ah, man, there's some sick waves out there, man. If you wait for the right one, it opens and you can link couple turns and it's fun. It's fun. You just need to wait for it to get stiff and go for it. The wind is light, but this is how it should be. Everybody here is pro. You need to be good at every conditions. My mindset is cooking. It's amazing and going shredded.
Yeah, it definitely looks like you have your head in the right position. I've said it before. You're smiling, you're hungry, and I wish you the best of luck, my friend. Go kill it out there, eh? Okay, the girls are out here. We can see 9.46 for Katerina versus an 8.47 for Ines. Anything can happen out here. Both of these girls doing very well. Kata on yet another wave. She really is getting the good ones. Nice turn there from the youngster from Sweden. What she got for her second serve. Good turning again, letting the tail loose. Mushy wave, but really making the most that she can. 3 good hits right in the mushy pocket, as we've been saying throughout the stream. There's hit number 4. It is a knee to ankle, let's say ankle high wave, but making the most of it. In the end, that's what it's all about, getting the numbers on the board. Going to be interesting to see what kind of score. Katerina is on fire. Both of the girls going out the back to see if they can get a little bit more of a set wave. It has been very hard conditions out there for both of them. Haven't quite been able to pick off any of the set waves, but Katerina has the upper hand at the moment. 10.93 on the water with a 5.80 and a 5.13. Ines, she has a 5.53 and then a 3.8 for a backup wave, so she's looking to improve on that score, but great riding from both of them. Both the girls have made their way up to that little reef on the left-hand side of this beautiful location of Kite Beach. It is day 4 of the GKA Kite-Surf World Cup here in Cape Verde. The ladies are on the water. We've got through the quarterfinals of the men, where we just saw one of the best heats yet. We saw Ayrton Cozzolino and Sebastian Ribeiro. Ayrton edging him out. He is hungry. Our current world champion is definitely looking for yet another title, and he does want to take the win here in Cape Verde, but he has people like James Carew and Lopez that also want a chance at that title. So we're going to have some action packed throughout the next couple of days. Talking about action, this lady on your screen now, Katerina, is having one of the best heats I've seen her so far. Really timing the waves well, getting good, decent, solid hits throughout it, and a beauty of a wave. One of the best waves we've seen so far. Ines Correia, can she unfortunately not being able to get up that face? It does look a little bit light out there. It looks like the swells are increasing. We're actually finally getting some decent waves here in Kite Beach. Missed that first turn, but was able to get that second check turn, get some speed in there, get that. Oh, big re-entry there from Ines coming down the line. This is going to be a good score. This is what she was looking. She's looking to improve over that 3.5 backup score, or it makes something bigger than a 5.57. Needs a 5.37 to take the lead, and she has had a very good selection on that wave. Let's see what the judges say. That, in my opinion, is definitely going to be bigger than what she had there. So I think it is going to be a change up on the tables. Ines Correia is going to be taking the lead. Very nice wave there from her. Patience was on her side, waited for the set, took the big one, and that's why she got the big number, 7.43 there for Ines Correia. 13-point average. Really great surfing there from her. Okay, Katerina wanting to answering off of that 7.60. She needs a 7.38 if she wants to regain the lead in this heat. 2 minutes left. Looks like she's going to fade off of the back of this one, as she knows to be able to get a 7.8, 7.38 needs to be a set wave. But hey, it does look like we have some movement in the ocean at the back. Action-packed until the very closing moments of this heat. 1 minute 55 left on the clock. But Ines Correia also coming up. Will she enter? Will she engage on this little inside roller? Beautiful sunshine out here in Cape Verde. Kata on a nice, good little wave there. Got caught up a little bit on the foam ball now. Let's see if she can make the most of it here. Good section. This is going to jack up nicely. Good timing. Nice hack there for Katerina. This girl is on fire. She means business. Foam climb here. Check turn now. She's going to loop that kite, go down to the bottom section of the wave. What she got for us turn number 3. Really like how she just grabs, engages that rail, really just sets it, train tracks it, and goes down. Okay, now she's going to be looping. Could talk about face of concentration here. Again, in the pocket, not getting quite as much power as we were wanting to see on that one. 7.74 is the name of the game. Will she have got that on that wave? That is going to be hard, but still keeping herself busy. Has had a very good heat so far. Reckon this is going to be in the high 4s to 5 vicinity, looking at some of the scores being dropped by the judges. So she's going to have to skedaddle and get back out to that top left-hand corner and hope that Mother Nature sends her a last chance to overtake Ines Correia. Ines Correia also just making sure she keeps position. She's probably going to turn on this little wave here. Okay, she's deciding to take off on this one. 1 more second on the clock. So Katerina, unfortunately, is not going to be able to get another set wave, which means this lady on your screen in the pink, coming from Portugal, living out of Cabo Verde. Ines Correia making her way through to the next round. Congratulations there to her. Great surfing, and it's with moves like that that is taking her through to the further rounds of the competition. But let's give Katerina a great round of applause. Very nice surfing from her. Probably one of the best heats I've seen her do in competition. Really looks like that winter training has paid off. 10.93 average. Great to see all of the girls pushing it out here in Cape Verde. Oh, Ines not happy for some reason, but she got the win, but she was definitely not happy with that one. I can see Didi there just giving her a little bit of love. Very, very close, and that last wave was the one that saved her. Gemma, it definitely does look like there's some frustration on her face. Please get her us the info from that, eh? As you can see, everybody congratulating Ines there. Great riding from her. Going through to the next round. Coming up, we have Mika and Charlotte. You can see the beach starting to get full of people. We're just enjoying this beautiful location of Kite Beach in Cabo Verde. And I can see out of the window here in my booth that Gemma is there with Ines. Give her a big congratulations there from me.
Thank you very much, Joe. So, Ines, Joe congratulates you on your performance. Although it seems that you're not happy yourself with your performance, can you tell us a little bit about the situation and how the heat was for you?
Yeah, I'm not really happy at all. The wind was super light. I chose the wrong kite.
What size were you on?
9. I was super under power. Then I get nervous.
Yeah.
And I saw Joanna Katerina took good ones.
Yeah, she was rating well.
Yeah, I don't know. I almost gave up because I was not able to come by upwinds to the right spot. Yeah, but I made it.
Were you aware of your scores while you were doing the heat, or did you only just find out when you finished?
I just found out when I finished because I was not able to look at the people at the beach. I was too nervous and angry with myself, so...
What method do you use to try and stay calm when you get like that and you have anxiety for your heat? Do you find it very hard to try and just stay focused on what you need to do?
Yeah, it's really hard for me. That's why I stop a bit competing because I'm not a good loser.
Well, luckily you're not a loser because you're advancing through to the semifinals. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Get some rest, recoup, and tomorrow back at it again.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Ines. Get some rest. Cheers. Back to you, Joe.
Congratulations, girls. Great job. Yeah, Ines, obviously not a very, demanding competitor out there. That's why she has the level that she does. And sometimes, frustration can get to you. But she was patient, stayed out the back, got the set, performed on the wave, got the wind and through to next round. So good work there for her. On the water, we have Michaeli Sol versus Charlotte Carpentier. Let's see who can prevail on these conditions. It does look like it's a little light. We were being told that they were on 9-meter kites. Michaeli appearing for the first time in her first GKA Kite-Surf World Cup. She is here on the waves. Won the last strapless event in Praia. We know she is a very talented freestyle strapless rider. See how she can do in the waves. Here she is up against Charlotte Carpentier. So both of these girls just staying up, trying to make sure that they get those set waves, as it is anybody's money at the moment. Let's see how they can do and what they can pull off. Saw some good waves in the heat before from Kata and Ines. What will these girls do? Mika taking off on yet another wave. Turning in. Oh, big layback turn there. Just unfortunately losing that back foot. Good to see the young Brazilian pushing it. She is in the lead at the moment with a 3.57. Charlotte, unfortunately getting pulled off over the backside edge on that one. Mika turning in on a wave, layback turn. She has that turn on tap, but needs to start hitting it in the more vertical position of the wave. Sometimes when she does it on the flat, she's not going to be go past the medium scores on the waves. Judges will really do that. Here we can see Mika just coming to the beach, trying to find out what is happening, where she's positioning. So far, 3.57, 2.77. Charlotte having a little bit of a trouble not being able to find the wave so far, but still early days in the heat. There is still a lot of time to go. Charlotte's one of our veterans. She is one of our most experienced riders out there. Let's see how she can prevail against the Brazilian. Okay, Charlotte looks like she's going to take off on this little inside wave. What has she got for us? Coming all the way from France. She's been hanging out here for quite a while. You can see wind is light, really having to push that kite. Is she going to be able to get a couple of turns on this? She is waiting her moment, being very patient, but yet she definitely looks like there is not a lot of wind out there. Needs to come in, change her kite and get a bigger one. See if I can see. It looks like she's on an 8 meter. Yeah, as we said we were listening to Ines before, out on a 9 meter, and she said she was a bit light. Looks like Mika is also on that 9 meter kite. This is a nice wave from her. 2 decent turns. Still getting the numbers on the board, but yeah, just needs to go a little bit more vertical. She wants to try and get the higher scores here. At the moment, doing well. She has a 3.57 and a 2.57, and I reckon that last wave is definitely going to improve over that. So the young Brazilian, very, very talented rider out there pushing, and she is going to be doing most of both tours this year. She is our current freestyle twin tip world champion. Water woman, to say the least. 5.27 for that last wave. She is putting in a solid lead in the initial stages of this heat. Both of the girls going out the back. You can see them swooping their kites around. It is quite light out there. Let's see what they can do so far. We have Mika in the lead with an 8.84. Charlotte trailing in second position. Still a lot of time on the clock. Let's see what can happen. But at the moment, the young Brazilian has the upper hand. Okay, Charlotte going front side on this wave. She had a nice little check turn there. What can she make of this second one? Is she going to go front side again? Let's just see. Can't quite see her behind the wave. No, going backside, but getting ripped apart by that whitewater. Just timed it wrong and got it on the head. So unfortunate there for her. Okay, there we can see Mika turning in on turn number 1 and a little bit too far out on the flats on that one. 2 solid hacks, but yeah, not quite linking them together. As soon as Mika gets a little bit more linkage in between her moves, she is definitely going to be a very hard competitor to get up against. Already has some 5 scores. Let's not forget this is her first wave event and hasn't been training a lot on this. So yeah, just shows her talent on the water. Okay, so Mika dropping yet another good score, 4.07 and a 5.27. She is solidly in the lead with 9.34. Charlotte Carpentier still not being able to get a decent score on the board. It looks like she is a little bit underpowered out there. Hopefully she'll be able to get some waves. But again, this is 100% waves. Top 2 waves count. She has 7 minutes on the clock. More than enough time to get 2 good set waves and be able to get the numbers to go through to the next round. Mika looks like she's taken off on a very nice set wave. One of the biggest waves we've seen. Way up there, the one from Ines. Okay, check turn just underneath the white water there. Wasn't able to make her way all the way to the top. It did close out before her. Is she going to roll it in to the inside? Looks like she is looking for it. There she goes, looping the kite. Now she's going to go to the top. Lets that tail loose, letting that hand drag out to the back. Going down yet, turn number 3. Shebang, better. That was a much better connection there from Mika. Will that increase on that 4.07? She has a backup score, just waiting for some numbers to come in from the judges. Charlotte Carpentier definitely is going to have to start to get a move on if she doesn't want to be kicked out here by Mika. Okay, Charlotte takes off on a nice wave. This one's opening up really well. Going down. It flattens off in the middle. It's insane. It just disappears into nothing. She really is underpowered, eh? She cannot get back onto that wave. I can see the face of frustration here from the French lady. Not quite sure what she's trying to do, if she doesn't have the bigger kite on the beach or she just doesn't like the bigger sizes. 8 meter is quite a small kite and tough conditions out there. Better turn there from Charlotte. Nice re-entry off the top backhand. This is kind of what she's been waiting for. Check turn goes down the line. Can she get something else? No, she doesn't. Missed the first turn there. Let's see what the judges score with that one. She has a 0.77 as a backup, and she needs a 7.11 to win. 2.23. So she needs a 7.11 if she wants to take the lead from this lady, Mika. So big carve there from the Brazilian. Just unfortunately digging that front rolling. Really still going with power, going with speed. Seems like she's getting used to these wave conditions and starting to shine. Okay, Charlotte Carpentier needs to get the work in. Just under 4 minutes left, and she needs a 7.11. She has a 2.23, so basically she needs to increase maybe 2 scores and get into the 5-point range. Time is running out. It is getting thin. She really needs to start to get some scores if she does not want to be eliminated here by Mika. Mika putting the work in early, staying very consistent, getting a 5.27 for a best ride. That was a really nice one. And a 4.07 for that second one. Let's see Charlotte looking down the line. Is she going to loop the kite to try and go for this bit of a white water? Okay, first check turn. Let's see if it does jack up on that middle section. Not looping the kite there. Needs to rack it around. She wants to get the power. Okay, turn number 2. Loops it there. Comes down. Inside section. And just get pulls over the top. So unfortunately, you can see the frustration in her face there. Not too happy about that one. Mika just losing the board after that turn as well. But she's comfortably in the lead at the moment. Charlotte Carpentier making her way out to the back. She's going to leave it all on the line. 6.97 is what she would need if she wants to take the lead. Knows that has to be on a big set wave if she's going to be able to pull that off. Has the experience to do it. Seen her get those kind of numbers, but this lady here, Michaeli So, really putting in the goods and giving her a run for her money so far, comfortably in the lead and really pushing it here in Cape Verde. Just linking turns, still going a little bit too far down the line. As soon as Mika starts, getting those bottom turns and really making it all the way to the top, she is going to be a very, very hard competitor. Still at the moment, looks like she has the upper hand in this heat. Charlotte Carpentier taking off on a wave, needing that 7 point almost to be able to go through the next round. Good, solid. No, just laid out forward. The wave knocked her on the head, took her down, unfortunately. And her kite has gone down as well. 58 seconds left. I'm not sure if Charlotte's going to be able to get back into position in time to have another opportunity of the heat. Does look like that kite is down, and it's going to get hit by this wave. Get it up, get it up, get it up, get it up. 38 seconds left on the clock. I do think it's safe to say that Charlotte is not going to be able to make it up to the top area of the competition to be able to hit that next wave. So 20 seconds left. There we can see her family, mum and dad, congratulating her there. Good ride in there from Mika. So congratulations to her getting through to the next round. Yet another round in the bag. And a big shout out to this competitor here, Charlotte Carpentier. Looked like she was underpowered from the beginning and was unfortunately not being able to continue. And there we can see the vibe on the beach. The whole family there behind Mika, congratulating her. Big shout out. Really incredible to see her performing here in the waves. We're going to be back in a second and we're going to take a short commercial break.
Dias de primavera tá de volta. Já me tinha aprendido passar-me só. Já me ponha medló, já me fiquei de cabeça para mais um ano.
And we're back coming on the water. We can see one of the favorites out there. Perry Roberts is versing Lilian. But before we get into the action, I can see Gemma is in the booth with Mika.
Here I am, Michaeli Sol. How did it go for you?
Went pretty well. I did my best score so far, so pretty stoked on that. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for tomorrow's heats.
How much time have you spent training waves?
Overall, I guess maybe 2 weeks-ish. I guess like from my whole life, basically, like counting a few years ago as well.
But you still feel pretty confident out there?
I'm just having fun out there. I'm not really, my expectations aren't really like, okay, I want to be number one, but I'm just like going out there for fun and just seeing what I can do.
Well, good job, Mika. See you in the semifinals tomorrow.
For sure.
Thanks a lot. Good luck. Back to you, Joe.
Thanks a lot, Gemma. Yeah, incredible. She really has improved over the last few weeks here in Cape Verde. Good to see her enjoying it out there. Going through to the semi-finals, we will be starting tomorrow. And on the water, we have Perry Roberts, Lilian Malschert. Okay, so heat number 3 on the water. We have Perry Roberts versus Lilian Mauskier. Perry opening up with just a couple turns on that wave, 2.57. Here we have Lilian also backside, so backside versus front side. Wind definitely looks light out there. You can see it. The girls do not have a lot of power. Perry Roberts hitting that little foam ball there. Didn't look like it opened up as much as he wanted to, but still good positioning, getting the moves in and off the top. Really utilizes, goes rail to rail, this girl, and this is why she's getting those bigger scores. We saw her getting 7s, 6s, and 8s in the earlier days in this competition, and she is one of the favorites out there. Oh, unfortunately, it looks like Lilian has her kite down. Hopefully, she'll be able to get that back up before a wave gets to it. She is in the impact zone of this competition area. Okay, it looked like that kite was turning over, so Perry Roberts, yep, 6.73 for that last wave. Great riding there for her, putting in the high numbers early on in the heat. 14 minutes to go, and she has a solid lead with a 9.3 average. You can see that kite getting hit by those waves. Hopefully she'll be able to get that up before the end of this heat. If not, maybe just release the kite and get her caddy to give her one outside of the competition area here on the beach. Perry making sure to see that she's okay. Just great sportsmanship there, just making sure that the competitor is safe and she is okay. Not a lot you can do to get that kite back up, especially when it's being hit by the waves. It looks like she's almost got it there. Come on, pull, 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 pull. Get it up, get it up, get it up. Very close to getting it up. Yeah, and she is... Don't leave me hanging. And it's up. Okay, so good to see Lilian back in contention here. Good work there, getting it out of the waves. So she's going to go back out and see what she can get. Still loads of time left. 13 minutes left on the clock. So far, Perry in the lead. 6.73, 2.57, a 9.30 average. It's probably about 16 to 18 knots out there. We have 25-degree perfect blue skies. Water temperature is very nice, probably around the 17 degrees area. Keeping yourself warm, keeping yourself nice and chilled. You can just see everybody out there in very short wetsuits or just enjoying the beautiful sunshine here in the island of Sao in Cape Verde. Great place to come for a holiday. The season is pretty much 10 months of the year. Just come down here with your board shorts or your bikini. Check out Mito and Joe's Center. Grab all the new F1 gear. Have a beer, enjoy the sunset, have some food, and just have one of the best holidays possible. Okay, Lilian making her way back up to the top. Had that little dive of the kite, unfortunately, before. 2.27 on the board for her, so she has pretty much the equal backup score as Perry, but needs to get a high 6 if she wants to go into contention of taking the lead here. Perry, one of the favorites for this competition, but Lilian has been surprising us very well throughout the competition. Let's see what she's got for us here. It does look like conditions are light out there. Girls are really having to push to keep the speed, especially with these backside conditions. You really want to be looping that kite so that you don't get pulled off of the back of the wave there, as Mita was telling us before here in the booth. Okay, Perry entering on another wave. Big hack off the top. Really gets released. Comes through down on the foam ball. Now she's going to do probably a couple of check turns. Hitting it up. Letting it completely blow in that tail. That hand braking. Digging that rail hard. Digging that hand in. Getting the schmack. The water release off of the tails. And just getting a little overexcited on that bottom turn and losing it there. But still 2 solid turns there on that wave. Going to probably improve on her backup of a 2.5 second for sure. Here we have Lilian searching for a wave, having a bit of trouble with her power. She is going backhand, which sometimes, some people say it's harder, some people say it's easier. I think both sides has its advantages and disadvantages. It does look like she needs a little bit more speed on the wave, because when she does do that bottom turn, she kind of gets caught up a little bit at the top. So maybe looping the kite, as Mita was saying before. Very technical riding when it's this onshore or cross-onshore conditions we have here. 2 to 3 foot mash. Sometimes, occasionally, we've seen a set wave come through, like we saw that one from Ines in the earlier heats. Looks like she's in front of a nice roller, but maybe making her way up. We can see she's in front of that reef. There's those rocks on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. There is where the bombs, the good waves come through. Patience is a virtue. You have to make sure you get the better size waves, because those are the only ones that really have any scoring potential. Let's take a look at the scores so far. We got a 6.73 and a 5.93 there for Perry. 12.66 average. Those are the kind of numbers we've been seeing from the top riders of the day. And Lilian, unfortunately, still caught up on a 2.27, looking to try and increase both of her waves, as she is already comboed out with a 12.66. So she needs to redo both of her scores if she wants to have a chance at taking the win here. Definitely a bit of a lull here in this heat. Coming up next, we are going to have Carla Herrera. She is going to be going up against Irati Fonseca. Your local girl, very impressive yesterday, and Carla Herrera, our current world champion. Word of advice to both of them, get the big kites out, as it does look like the wind is very light out there. Girls need to be on the 9 to 10 meter. As the afternoon is coming, it does definitely look like the wind has dropped a little bit. We're in between the 16 to 18 knots over here. Beautiful 25-degree Cape Verdean island of South Sun. Water is warm, the beer is cold. This is paradise for the first event of the GKA Kite World Tour here, 2020 season. Day 4 of competition here. We have a 100% wave format. Top 2 waves are the numbers that count. Those are the numbers that will give you the opportunity to take the throne here in Cape Verde. Judges are looking for surfing. They're looking for linking turns, linking sections to sections, timing the wave, reading it, really surfing, hitting it in the critical area, the pocket, as you might say, completely destroying it, but with style. We want to see the flow. This is what is going to give you those high numbers. That's what's going the pursuit for those 2 perfect 10s, the 20.0 average, which would be the highest score possible. And this is what all these competitors are after. Perry Roberts is just having a little go at one of these smaller inside waves, as it is very far and few between the sets. She knows she has the comfortable lead, but maybe just to keep the juices rolling, keep the pistons firing, keep herself warmed up, just having a little bit of fun here on the inside. Thumbs up. She's happy. She knows she has the lead. Just under 6 minutes left of this heat. Lilian looks like she's seen something. She is in that sweet spot of where the waves, let's say the mush does come through. Does look like now with the tide situation, the waves are getting smaller and the period it is taking longer in between sets. I can see our race director, Juan Antonio, is looking to make sure that conditions are still suitable out there. There's still some rides. I mean, the girls have had, four waves and 2 waves. Perry's been a little bit busier and got the 2 medium scores. And then we can see Lilian also only 2 waves. Here she is on her 3rd attempt. yank that kite around, get the power. You can see a little bit better there from the last wave she's had, so she's definitely going to increase on her backup score. But conditions are hard out there. It definitely looks like she isn't too powered up. Yeah, that was a small inside roller there, so not going to be too much of a high score, but still good to keep yourself active. 4.5 minutes left of this heat. Perry looking, you can see her going down the line with this one. Almost getting caught up on that turn. Big slash, buckets of water thrown out from that one. Really changing the direction while they're engaged. Puts that rail through off the top, goes over the full bar, getting past this first section, looping it down. Good timing. Wah-bang! Great riding there from the Australian. This is why she is one of the favorites for this event. Head in the air. She is stoked about that one. Smile from ear to ear, and I would be. That is definitely going to be a very high score. Let's not forget, as the conditions change, also you adjust the scale of the judging. In any given conditions, you should be able to get that 10-point ride. Our judging panel out there really does a good job of paying attention to detail, making sure that are judging, adjusting all of the different scales to make sure that everything is in line. And as you can see there, 7.37, 3 turns, critical positioning, getting the tail loose, really linking the power, equal speed, entry and exit, joining sections, dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's. Perry Roberts, 7.37. She is really on fire here. I can hear Gemma saying also in the other side of the booth, Perry is riding very well. I think her and Ines now are probably the 2 favorites for the event, but there are still a lot of heat left. Anything can happen. It ain't over until it's over, and you have to perform at any given time. Perry, I really do like this style. She just engages that bottom turn, hits the top, rail-to-rail surfing. But hey, I mean, she is Aussie. There is, to say the least, a big surfing culture in our home country. And she almost thought she lost that one, just losing her breath there. But yeah, good surfing here from Miss Roberts. 2 minutes to go on the clock. 14.10 average. And increasing that a little bit now, 14.50 average. That is a big number. I know the rest of the girls' fleet are definitely going to be looking at that on the water. Perry putting in some solid hacks. Lilian there just going down on a little roller, just unfortunately not being able to get the power that we are seeing from the Aussie. Still great to see her here, the whole family on the beach, both of her kids watching her. I mean, who wouldn't want to have a mum absolutely kicking it out there? World Championships, she's already through to the further rounds in the competition and battling it out against one of the competition favorites. That's definitely a very good example to be set here, families on and off the water. Coming up onto the last minute of heat number 3 of round 6 of the ladies. Quarterfinals on the water. This is for the entry, the ticket to the semi-finals. At the moment, it looks like Perry Roberts is going to be going through, as we have Lilian is comboed out with a 14.50, and she's definitely not going to be able to get 2 waves in that time. So, going through to the semi-finals, it is already official, will be Perry Roberts from Australia going yet another round, and she is definitely looking on top form and one of the favorites for this event. But a big congratulations to this lady on your screen now, Lilian Mauskier. Great performance from her. Her kids are on the beach watching her. What an example. You just go for it, and she's just going to have a little victory lap here with this last wave of the competition. coming in onto the inside. But that's it for this heat. Coming up next, we are going to have Carla Herrera and Inati Fonseca, the local girl, on the water. Perry just having a nice little wave there in the end. She's happy. Look at the smile on her face. She's stoked to be going through to the semi-finals of the GKA Kite-Surf World Cup here in Cape Verde. Bear with us because we'll be back with more action, but just going to take a short break with some commercials.
Dias de primavera tá de volta. Já tinha aprendido passar lição. Já me ponho a medlor, já me fiquei de cabeça para mais um ano.
Coming up next, Carla Herrera and Inati Fonseca. Fonseca in the pink, Herrera in the green. Great riding from both of them there, but it did look like in the last heat, Perry Roberts took the advantage and took the win. World champion in the water here on the screen, and she's up against local wonder girl, Inati, very talented rider. Just coming into the final moments of the transition period, and we will be green flag, green light for the final heat of the women's division of the day, and then we are going to go into a short exposition of wing foiling with the F1 guys. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned to that. But before we get even more action on the water, Gemma is in the booth with Perry.
I'm here with Perry. Perry, that was such sick riding from you. I really enjoyed watching that heat. Super stylish, super nice riding. What have you been doing?
I mean, man, it's so hard out there. I was really struggling. Me and Lilian both probably a bit underpowered. But yeah, it's fun. I'm still getting the hang of it, you know. It's changing every day, and the waves are completely different than what it was 10 minutes ago, you know. So, but it was fun.
What gear setup are you riding?
So I'm riding a Nash Slash. I had a 9 meter up then. And I've actually got an old Nash Alana out, which bring that out from the vault.
Yeah.
And I'm loving it. It's pink, it's matching me, so yeah.
It looks really cute.
Thank you.
Yeah. Super good job. So do you feel prepared for the semis?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't made it this far since this time last year, so I'm excited. I'm just trying to keep my cool and focus on what I know, and yeah, I'm pumped.
Well deserved there. Your name is up there as one of the favorites for top result at this event. So we wish you lots of luck. Do you want to send a message home? Because I know your family are like living it up there, watching everything.
Yeah. Hello everyone at home watching me. Thank you for the support. Nana and Pa, thank you for staying up this late and watching me. It's 12 hours behind. So yeah, just appreciate all the love, and I hope I can get a win for you.
That's awesome, Perry. Thank you so much. Good luck. Get some rest. See you tomorrow in the semis.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Back to you, Joe.
Yeah, congratulations, Perry. She is definitely color coordinated. Pink board, pink lycra. There's the secret. I think that's given her the extra kudos to get those big turns. Very powerful. Really does whack it through and getting through to the semi-finals. Here we can see another destroyer, Inati, going for a very nice wave here. Mitu was saying she is very impressive out on the water, and she is up against our current world champion, so she needs to leave no cards off the table. 4.0 for Carla's first wave, and a big can she make it? Oh, hope she's okay. Got smacked there by the board. Just make sure she's all right there. That did look like it contacted right in the face. No, she's back up. She's a warrior. Las chicas son guerreras. Hopefully she'll be able to go out. Still good ride there from her. Going to be similar scores to Carla, I think. Early days. 4.06, 4.07 taking the lead there. Okay, so 4.07 or 4.0 there. Inati, Fonseca, Carla, Herrera in the water. Inati putting on a solid performance throughout this whole competition. Talking to Mitu, who was in the booth for us before, really did do some good turns. Made an impression here with all of us, and no wonder, you know, she does have she is of Cape Verdean blood, and here in the blood is the strapless discipline. Inati really going forward here. 3.47 and a 4.0 for Carla. Inati, she has that 3.93, looking for a better first score to equal. Carla has taken the lead back off of her, but early days in the heat, I think it's about 13 and a half minutes to go. Carla Herrera making her way back up to the top end of the competition area. She already has a solid lead with a 7.47 on the cards. Up against the local wonder girl, Inati Fonseca. Current world champion Carla is a very, very complete rider. That's why she has that title. Very, very impressive strapless freestyler, and she has upped her game on the waves. This is for the entry, the rights to the semi-finals here of the Cape Verdean event. Just some information in after this. We are going to have a wingfall exhibition out on the water. We have Tituan from the F1 team. He's going to be out there with Hendrik Lopez. Both of the boys are going to be showing this new up-and-coming sport that we've been seeing throughout the industry. Really good to see, you know, you can go out pretty much with less than 10 knots with those wingfoils. Get up on the foil, have some fun, get on the waves, just cruise around. It is a very trending and upcoming thing, so it's going to be good to see exactly what that's about. And then we're going to have Alvaro Onieva, who is actually on the designing team for the Airrush wingfoils, giving us the technical details. And then we get the guys for a little interview on the inside. Take a look at it, because it is so much fun, and you might want to get into that discipline. Inati on the middle section of the competition area, already getting a good turn. Okay, can she make it up? Good timing here. Can she get it? Yes, she can. Big smacker there in the middle. This is looking like a good wave for her. She has already has a 3.93 and wants to improve that. 3 good turns on that probably is going to improve that second score. She needs a 3.55 to take the lead from Carla, and I'm going to go as far as saying she is. There you have it. 7.96 average for Inati Fonseca. Carla Herrera with a 7.47. Trading first and second position here in the quarterfinal of the GKA Kite-Surf World Cup here in Cape Verde. Miss Herrera making her way up to the top edge of the competition. That's where we've been seeing the better waves come through. There is a serious lull throughout this heat. The girls have only been able to have 4 waves for Inati, 3 waves for Carla. Far and few between, but still 7.5 minutes left on the ticker. Okay, Carla looks like she's got a good one coming towards her here. Going to be engaging in this first bottom turn. What has she got for us? So Inati giving our world champion a run for her money here. Just over 6 minutes left and she is in the lead. But speak of the devil, Carla Herrera just landed a 4.27 on that last score, meaning she is in the lead at the moment with an 8.27 versus the 7.96. Both of these girls trade in places left, right, and center. Let's see how this ends up. Very small conditions out there. You can see the waves are about 2 foot mash. We haven't seen any decent sets throughout this heat, but the girls making the most at the conditions at hand. Inati here turning in for first check turn on that wave number 1. She's want to go down the line, loop that kite underneath, try and get the power to be able to go off the top. We've seen Perry getting some serious hacks. That is a big turn there from Inati. Can she go? Just unfortunately not quite getting those fins back into position and going head over heels over that front edge. Still good dedication, showing the risk factor there. Woeing the crowd on the inside. She has the full local support, front and center on the beach. But unfortunately, you have to land it if you want to get those scores up. So still, Carla Herrera in the lead with an 8.17 versus the 7.96 there from Inati. Ocean Rodeo rider Carla Herrera. Keeping herself ahead of this lady, Inati Fonseca from Cape Verde, but very, very close. She is only in the lead by 0.21 of a point. Anybody's money can go whichever way. And there we can see it does look like there were some adjustments on the scores. Obviously, our head judge has been reconsidering, seeing that everything on the system was completely correct. And Inati Fonseca has gone through in the lead at the moment. She has a 7.96 versus a 7.67 there from Carla Herrera. So as we said, obviously there was a reconsideration on one of the scores there. There must have been a mistake on either the system or on one of the scoring, and that is why that has changed up. Really good to see our head judge, Manuel de la Villa Marque, paying attention to all those different details. Every decimal counts, and it has to be as fair as it can be. Three and a half minutes left in this heat. Inati looks like she's picked up a very nice set wave. What she got for us? Okay, turn number 1, mid-face, not too powerful there. Not going to be a big score to open up, but will it open up as it comes down the line here on the little reef in front of Kite Beach? No, it looks like it completely faded out, so that will not change the tables at the moment. Carla Herrera, what she needs a 3.97. Looks like she's aiming up on a very nice roller here. Okay, world champion dropping in, engaging in that first bottom turn. Comes off the top. Mid-face check. Needs to go down the line. Looks like she's got some speed. Can she get the timing? No, closes out. She's going to have to loop it past this foam ball. 2 loops, 3 loops. Bit of a foam ride there. This one, will it re-jack up on the inside section? She's just not timed it quite right. Made the most of that turn. She's going to want to ride this to the very end. She needs 3.47, which isn't the biggest of scores. Oof, that's going to be close. Missed the first section of that wave, so it's going to be interesting to see how the judges score that one. What she was looking for 3.97 to be able to take the lead. Inati for that last wave was around the 1 point something average. Waiting for some numbers to be dropped here for Carla. One minute 40 on the clock. You can see 2 judges dropping numbers here for Carla. It is very close. Inati Fonseca eyeing up another section. It is very close here. Will Carla have done enough to take the lead with that wave? And still waiting for that score to be confirmed. See what happens here. It is very close. I can see numbers drop. Just taking a look there. Judges are taking their time to enter the verification of that score. Very, very close out there on the water. Here we have Inati Fonseca currently in the lead, going all the way out to the back. It does look like we've got some movement, so she will be able to get one more set wave. Carla Herrera also in position, so 40 seconds would have a chance to try and go at that score one more time. Still waiting for the confirmation of that last wave. .30 seconds left. Carla Herrera in the front with the Ocean Rodeo kite. We have Inati Fonseca in the back there on the core kite. What is Carla going to go for? She's going to have to take off on this roller. She has no choice. 10 seconds left. Turning in. Okay, this is the last chance. Needs a 3.97 if she wants to be able to go through to the next round. Can she get it? Okay, she's looping through. Does she get a good turn here? Semi-decent check turn. Stays on the wave. Goes down one more time. Another check turn. Lets the fins loose on that one. Very, very close here. What she got on the bottom section of the wave. Little bit of a foam hack there. She's going to ride this all the way. That is going to be very, very close. Both of these ladies putting on a top performance. It looks like the last wave from Inati did come to nothing, and just waiting for that last score from Carla Herrera to come in on the scorecards. No matter what, a great performance from this lady here. She kept it until the very end. Has she done enough? I'm just waiting for some numbers. I can see a couple of judges. Poof, this is close. Whoa, this is so close. So close. Okay, coming up next, just after we get the results for this heat, we are going to have that wing foil exhibition out there. We're going to have Tituan Galea and Hendrik Lopez just showing us a bit of this new discipline, up-and-come discipline on the water. Tituan is on the 5-meter F1 wing, and he's on with a 700 foil. And then Hendrix is on the 4.2 F1 wing, and he is on the Fanatic foil 1500. Just showing you the differences there, so, mixing it up. You can see this new and upcoming discipline, really popular, great fun. You can just go out and cruise. You can just go out and enjoy it, get on the waves, just go from one beach to the other. Make sure you have a look, get involved. Going to have Alvaro Nieva. He is involved in the R&D team of the Air Rush wing foil development, so get the insights from him. But at the moment, just waiting to see the confirmation of this last heat. Has Carla done enough to go through to the next round? It has been very, very close. Okay, so advancing through to the next round is Carla Herrera. Congratulations, Carla. Awesome there. Very, very good. Talk about leaving it until the last seconds of the heat. Okay, here we have Tituan and Hendricks going out. There you can see in the pink lycra on the orange F1 foil we are gonna start that exhibition out on the water. And congratulations there to Miss Carla Herrera for going through to the next round. Before we get ready with the wing foil, we are going to go down to the beach as Gemma has the winner from that last heat, Carla Herrera.
Indeed, I'm here with Carla. That was insane. That came down to the last seconds. We were unsure of the score until it were validated. But Carla, you're advancing through to the semifinals. How do you feel?
I feel super good to be in semifinals here on Ponta Preta because I didn't expect that. As I was thinking that I would ride on backside on Ponta Preta, and we find us riding frontside, and so that's perfect for me. And yeah, super stoked.
Yeah, are you excited for the semifinals? Hopefully as well, if we can move to Ponta Preta.
Yeah, super excited about that. Let's see what the next day bring. Hopefully really good waves on Ponta Preta, as I've been training a bit on my backside, so let's see if that's enough.
Did you enjoy the conditions out there today? Was there a bit of an improvement?
Yeah, I enjoyed a lot here. I really like the waves, this kind of waves, like a bit messy, is like at home. The only thing today was a bit more lighter, so I had to use a bigger kite and the movement of the kite is not the same than the smaller kite. So, but yeah, super good.
Congratulations. We'll see you in the next round.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Carla. Back to you, Joe.
Felicidades, Carlita. Very good riding. Talk about leaving it until the closing seconds there. Now we are going to go on to this wingfoil exhibition. My good friend Alvaro Nieva is going to come into the water. There you have on your screen, this is what we're talking about. So how this works is you have a foil board, so the hydrofoil system underneath your feet, and then you have this wing. What this wing allows you to do is to get the wind, continue through. But once you're on the wave, you can grab it from the middle section. You can see that where that middle strut is, you grab it from there. It completely loses all the power, and then you can just surf foil in. Alvaro Nieva, who's on the R&D team for the Eras wingfoils, will be in here in a second, giving me a little bit more insight. But yeah, here we have Hendricks. He is just enjoying this for, I think, let me see if I can see the number, 5.7 F1 wingfoil, and he is on the 1,500 Fanatic foil. Okay, so as I mentioned, joining me in the booth, I have my good friend and one of our judges here on tour, Alvaro Onieva. Alvaro, welcome.
Hey Joe, how are you?
Yeah, good to have you in the booth, mate. Alvaro is recently involved. He is part of the R&D team for the Eras wingfoils. I was telling the people on the stream, this is a very new thing for me. It is a very up-and-coming sport. It is huge in the industry. Run us through this.
Yeah, of course, as you said, Joe, I've been involved into the R&D on the wingfoils. It has been an incredible road, very challenging as well, but a lot of fun. It's just the chances this new sport is just offering is just amazing. Not only in terms of surfing, also for jumping or just cruising, and yeah, we'll see like taking off in the next month, years, like big time.
Yeah, it looks really interesting. I mean, you know, me and you, we travel together quite a lot, and I've seen you getting into this for pretty much over the last year. And actually, you were showing me the other day that you can go out in less than 10 knots. And I must admit, every time I see you come off the water with this, you have a smile. But hey, Alvaro, how easy is it?
It's actually very easy. All the people I'm teaching, all my friends in Tarifa, and we just it's just one day go pretty much if you have some experience. And if you're not very familiar with the foil, you can always take a normal SUP with random fins, and then you can always cruise and start in ease. So that's a plus. I think it's the easiest way to learn foiling with a sail. That's for sure.
It definitely looks like the combination of a lot of sports there. And in the end, you know, if you can combine all the different fun factors from different sports, I think it is going to be a winner. It is very big in the industry at the moment. It is kind of the new thing of the moment of all the brands. We have been, you know, fortunate enough that here we have Tituan Galea. He is one of the frontmen on the F1 foil out there. From what I've been told, he's on a 5-meter foil wing, and he's on a 700 foil. And then we have Hendricks, who is Ayrton Cozzolino's younger cousin. He is on a 5.2 and a 1,500 foil. Explain that to me. A lot of numbers, but not quite sure what it means.
Well, absolutely. We have actually seen here Tituan having some difficulty starting. That's because the wind is not strong enough. He's trying to start in a really a small bore. I think it must be around like 30 liters, which is a lot of fun with it. But the problem is if the wind is not strong enough, you're not able to start as easy. But here we go. He managed to start. Also, one of the smaller wings that he's using, the front wing, is like 700. So that's like this. He can perform like really close turns, and he has probably left pumping, but yeah, here you go. That's where the freedom starts. Just cruising down the line.
I really like that catchphrase. There you go. Wing foiling, that's where the freedom starts. I reckon that could be a good strategy there. And like you can see, both of these guys, they go out from the shore, grab the wind, go out to the back of the break, and then just have some fun on the waves. So kind of like joining maybe some aspects of the windsurf, then joining in with other aspects of the surf foiling. It really is a sensation of freedom when you're on a foil, because it is as peaceful and as silent as it can get, eh?
Absolutely, just the freedom that the sport delivers is amazing. It's a good combination between windsurfing, kiteboarding, and foiling together. And yeah, it makes like just so much fun to ride in many different kind of conditions. Since when it's light with the larger sizes now, since when the wind is like nuking in really high wind. So yeah, man, you should try it, and it's.
Oh, I am definitely going to try. I saw you out in front of the beach bar the other day, and yeah, like I said, I want to get out on there. And here we have Tituan. He is a very talented wing foiler. Thank you, F1 and Rafael and the team, for sending him out here to be able to get this exhibition out there with the F1 foils. Really does. I mean, you can just see a smile on his face. Look at the amount of speed he gets out there. But I think also one of the very interesting things of this sport is also places where maybe there is prohibitions, where you cannot go into the water due to summer places where there's swimming areas. You can go out through the boat canal, out to the back, have fun. You don't have to lay lines out in the middle of the beach. I think there's also a very big entertainment aspect there. And are we going to get a ramp? We've seen a jump. What's we going to get for a no? Not enough wind out there. But I think also, that is a very good point, because in the end, we're water men and we're water women. So what do we want to have fun out on the water?
Absolutely. There's actually less constraints and limitations with this sport. You can ride in places that you never think about riding with the kites, because there's no lines involved. There's just one single leash that you are touched, and if you panic, if you have any problem, just let it go and just catch it back anytime. So there's a whole new dimension that this sport delivers with just riding in places where actually like lakes and very gusty places. So yeah, that's a lot to discover, and it's just fun to be part of it, and yeah, get on the journey.
Yeah, it definitely does look fun, and like we were saying, get into it. I mean, look at that image there, just cruising through the water. There's maybe 15 knots out there. Okay, so there we could see he was utilizing the power of the wing to go upwind. Then he's jumped onto a wave, and then he's grabs it kind of in the middle. And what does that do, Alvaro? So run me through. I can see a lot of handles. I can see there's a handle on the very end, and the hand position changes depending on what moment he wants us. Run us through the user's manual here of the wing foil.
Well, there's different handles normally on the struts. There are pretty much like two different ones. The one in the front, closer to the leading edge, and then the one closer to the trailing edge. So the closer you touch it, or you grab it from the leading edge, which are the front handles, the more the power you'll get. So you kind of like open the sail more. Like here at the moment, we see that's the neutral handle. So it's just have zero resistance. So that's where he's capable to go to one place to another one, which is in windsurfing and kiteboarding, it's just not possible, right? Because it's too much pulling. So that's the good thing about wind foiling. This is the ultimate freedom.
I mean, look at that. He pretty much looks like Superman with his cape behind him doing that. I mean, this is one of the first times I've actually seen this out in proper decent waves. The speed he's getting and how he's just transitioning, it is really all about the flow, eh?
Yeah, absolutely, and he knows how to do it. The way we just saw him just performing on the waves is something I never seen before, and it just opened my mind even more that this sport really is gonna take off.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, like, looking at it now, this is the reason we have this show out here. If you're just joining us, this is the Wingfoil show here at the GKA Kite-Surf World Cup in Cape Verde. Big shout out and thanks to the F1 team for getting Tituan down here and, kind of opening our mind and opening our views on what the possibilities there are with the Wingfoil. We just saw him, he pretty much, goes out wing, gets up, there he goes out to the back, cruising and perusing in the ocean. Who doesn't want to do that? Then turns around, comes down, grabs a little ripple, flows, churns, chills. This is a nice sport.
Yeah, absolutely, especially if you have the right setup. I mean, we have seen like the wind conditions are not very strong, so they are struggling a bit to do the water start. But if nowadays brands are pulling out like larger boards with more flotations, so that's what actually you want, just to be able to start under your knees and just get enough speed to start everything. It makes a huge difference if you have the right setup.
Of course, I mean, in the end, the gear does help, and that's why, you know, you have to make sure you get involved in. I know a lot of schools throughout the different countries are starting to incorporate this. You sometimes, you know, if you want to get into foiling, they start you off behind a boat so you can understand where to position your feet, and then, you know, get involved with the wing foil like we're seeing here. And I mean, just look at this, how he flows. It's just constant fun. You know, he has the cape behind him, just flows it around, loops it. Yeah, really good riding here from Tituan, but that is, you know, why he is one of the best in this fleet so far. Also, I presume, Alvaro, it is very packable. This could be easy just pretty much to put in hand luggage and go and have fun.
Yeah, absolutely. There is no any hard parts involved. There is no boom. There is no mast. It's just one small package that you can actually carry in a small bag or backpack, pam, and pretty much go. If you have the board set up with the foil, it's pretty much all you need. So it makes very convenient for traveling. I mean, now we're taking almost to every event, right? Because it's just so easy and convenient to transport it. Also for the people actually touring with the SUPs, it makes so much sense to carry, and the wind is there, just rig it and go.
And also, I think from a safety perspective, you know, it doesn't look like there's any hard parts there. So, you know, when you're learning, especially when you come off of the board, it doesn't matter. It looks like, explain to me, it looks like he has a leash attached to it. I presume that if you lose grip with the wing, it doesn't float away. So is that attached to the same neutral position where that hand will be, so the wing foil doesn't have any power?
Yeah, that's right. The attachment points normally generate like really close from the neutral handle. And that's just pretty much to neutralize the whole power of the wing, and it makes it really easy to catch it back. So yeah, there's normally also another leash attached to the board, because when it's windy, it's going away really quick, and you can lose it quite easy. So there's normally two attachment points, one to the wing and another one to the board.
Getting all the insight here from Alvaro Neva. He is one of the head guys in the R&D of the Eros wing foil, as we've been saying, and we have the F1 foils out there in the screen right now. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was a 5.2 F1 wing foil, and he is on the 1500 Fanatic foil. Then we have Tituan out the back. He was on a 5.0, and he is on the 700 foil there from F1. Alvaro, let's talk a little bit about the F1 brand. They have really been putting the development and the time with the foils for a few years now. So obviously, you know, seeing quite a lot of advances through there. And, you know, I know Me Too, even our head judge Mallory is part of the team, and they have a huge selection. But all of the brands seem to really be getting in with big selections of this discipline. And I presume that is because there is huge potential here.
Absolutely. All the kite brands, they're pretty much using the same materials, the canopy, the bladders, all that they needed to get down the kites. We can also see recently a lot of foiling brands and also windsurfing brands jumping into the game. And I think just because the potential is really clear, that the safety-wise and the amount of possibilities that the sport brings, it's just amazing. I mean, it's so much fun to do it.
I think, you know, they do say that the easiest way to get from one point to another is a straight line, and, you know, simplicity is key, and it doesn't get more simple than this here. You know, really just, you know, you are completely in contact with the elements, having some fun. And I mean, look at that image there with Tituan just cruising out, no friction, just on top of the foil, silence as it come. Beautiful way to go and enjoy yourself on the waves. Then you can see Hendricks there on the inside, just grabbing that neutral handle that you've been mentioning, Alvaro, enjoying the waves. And then when he loses the power on the waves, he's going to grab that handle, pull in on the back like you would do on a windsurfer, power out, go back to the back, grab another one, and like that all day.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need really like amazing waves to have fun with the 12 waves. You can even get it like really far out and start feeling the freedom. And once the wave is down, you can always like just shoot in the wing back and come back to the same point. And the wind abilities has has been amazing, because you can even actually pump almost toward the completely upwind. So yeah, the potential is there for sure.
Yeah, no, it does look like a lot of fun, and I must admit myself, this is the first time I've seen some, really strong possibilities in the surfing, and, once again, thanks to F1 for giving us this opportunity to see the potential of the sport, hanging out a lot with you. We've been having quite a few talks on the way over here, spent a few hours in Lisbon in enjoying the sights and, to see how it's going. But, this just does look like fun. As you can see, let's just get this last little ride here for Titouan, as that is going to be the end of this show. Look at that. He's just on a ripple. He isn't even considered to be on a wave. Has it there on the neutral position, coming down this wave, goes up and down, just quite a lot of speed, and yeah, awesome to see. Wow, Alvaro, thank you very much for giving us the insight in there. I'm sure I am going to definitely get down on the beach with you in Tarifa. Been great to have you in the booth. Guys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this show. Definitely, if you can go down to your local beaches, you have to have a try on this new wing foiling discipline. I don't need to say how much fun it looks like, because we've seen it here on the stream. One more time, thanks a lot. We're going to have a short commercial break, and then we're going to get the insight from these riders down on the beach booth.
Dias primavera tá de volta, já tinha aprendido passar sol, já ponha medló, já fiquei de cabeça, para mais ano.
Welcome back, everybody, down here in the booth with Titouan and Hendrix. Great to see you guys on the water. Really nice to see this new discipline, the wing foil show. We want to say a big shout out to F1 for bringing you here, Titouan. Titouan, welcome to Cape Verde.
Thank you very much.
So tell us a little bit about this. It is a new discipline. People are really starting to get into it, and there is a huge hype out there, eh?
Yeah, it started like less than 1 year ago, and now we can see people going in a wave, doing some jumps, some races. So I'm sure we're gonna have some really good things happening the next years.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it is fun out there. Henry, we saw you out on a bigger foil there. There was different types of equipment, but hey, it just really looks like fun, eh?
It is, yeah. And like the bigger foil, it's much easier to get up, but it's like slower. Yeah, but it's fun.
I mean, Cape Verde, it does look like a very good location for it, eh? You can see there is little perfect waves here in Kite Beach. You have that flat so you can get started earlier. We've seen you're on a smaller foil, which means, I guess, like Henry was saying, you have a bit more maneuverability, but harder to get started?
Yeah, it's quite hard to get started with this small foil, especially today because the wind is light. But yeah, I took it. If never, like in Ponta Preta, it was like 3 meters. It could be a perfect foil. But yeah, today in Kite Beach, I will be better to have a much bigger foil because it's quite hard to start today with it.
Okay, so run me through your setup. We can see you're on the F1 foils. F1 has been pushing the foiling discipline for the last few years. Tell me a little bit about the new setups you guys have.
Yeah, we got a special board made specially designed for doing the wing. So we have many size from 6.0 to 4.5, I think, something like this. From like 130 liters to maybe 50 liters, but this one is smaller. It's like 25 liters. It will come in the future. And we have many different foils too. Yeah, you have all the range you need from like 2,200 centimeters to 500 wing. Yeah, so all the equipment you need.
Okay, so definitely, and then also, what are looks like there's different sizes of wings. I presume this is like the kite. What size were you out on?
I was on 4.5. F1. That's good.
There you go. 4.5 F1. It was good. And how about yourself, Titouan?
Yeah, I was on 5 today, but it was not enough.
Okay, so as you can see, all different sizes, all different things. The garages are just getting bigger, but one of the beauties with this wing foil discipline, it can get so compact. You can just stick it in your hand luggage, pick up a board at the location. Well, boys, thank you very much for being here with us, and thank you very much for that exhibition. You guys have definitely made me to want to get into there. You guys back at home, if you check out the local beaches, see who has that wing foil section, get in there because it looks like so much fun.
Dias primavera tá de volta. Já tinha aprendido passar lição. Já ponha medló, já fiquei de cabeça. Pra mais